hello, hello. Today is an interesting one because Rome is alone. And of course you know this is off Topject where things get off Topject and on Topject at the same time. Where did I go? How did I get there? When in Rome moments all day. Welcome to the zone. Like we're going into this one. Check this out. Everybody else is busy because they got all these family problems and stuff like that, or maybe family solutions, or maybe they traveling the world. Um, I respect that. Someday I'll be there. You know what I'm saying? Someday I'll be there. I'm always traveling anyway. So you know Rome, we out here. Check this out. I always get hungry because when I talk, I get hungry. That's just how this works. So check this out. I decided to go and get one of my go-tos. I don't really eat from this place, but it's a grilled cheese sandwich with turkey on it and tomato basil soup. Now I don't know. Let me just tell you, lit. I'm gonna stay on topic as best as I can. First off, but I just want to tell you what I'm eating because I'm low key hungry, bro. Um, let's start off with this though, right? Tariffs is going up. Gas is at its highest, right? Yeah, you ain't lying. Grilled cheese is bomb. You know, let me show you the grilled cheese before I get into this whole topic thing because they gave me two sandwiches, right? Because apparently it don't fit on one, so I guess I got an extra. Y'all, you know Panera bread? Let me show you this though. Let me show you this though. How I open this. It's expensive though. It's expensive. I ain't like that, but so check this out. I'm gonna take your time. All right, so this is a sandwich. One half of it though. We about to go in. Sharing. Look, I mean, if I had all the money in the world, I'll Panera some DoorDash some Panera bread to you. But I'm broke. You know that, right? Meanwhile, since you put this on yourself, you gotta watch me take this bite. Yes, I'm doing this. This is great. Mm. You have no idea how good that was. Look, if you close to a Panera, go get you a grilled cheese with some turkey on that thing. And I lied to you not. You cannot go wrong. Anyway, let's not get off track here because I think y'all just made me dive into my sandwich on purpose to get me off Topject so far so fast. We haven't even gotten far yet. Like, let's move on, right? First off, this was an expensive sandwich. Y'all hear about that whole egg crisis? Egg crisis is crazy. So if you looking at if you looking at the idea that you trying to save money and then you trying to make money and you got to make a decision between the two, I really think that is geared towards making more money because right now the government is organizing this one thing, right? Because I know this. I saw it on the internet and I saw it on the news. A bunch of folks on the internet just talking and whatnot, but the people in the news, they got something cooking up for you. They try and pass this bill where they decrease in taxes and increase in healthcare. So now you're gonna pay more in healthcare than you would in taxes. And I don't know if you noticed that, but gas prices, food, all that, everything you do is a little more expensive, but it's becoming a little more cheaper to actually go and get checkups. But you could probably go into a vision place and probably get a checkup for like $15 or something like that, which is usual. But now, which I just found out recently, right? Um, my mother's been going through some things with her health, right? And um, she may or may not want me to say this, but I'm going to say it anyway because she's a woman that has been battling with um, positive things, right? Like it's just more like she wants to be positive about it at all times, right? So my mother is a very active person in her past and whatnot. I don't want to say it in any other way possible, but she understands what I'm saying, right? And she had contracted a live virus. And now that live virus, instead of killing or unaliving her, is actually not even present. So now they have the drugs and things like that for it. But this is where it gets to me, right? My mom don't got money like that. It just it's really interesting. She don't got money like that. So I want y'all to ask me that question later, right? How is it that she's paying for all that? Because I really don't know how she's doing it. She's really not. But she's a smart woman. She knows how to work. She knows how to get by. She knows how to put things together. And they have drugs now that actually support local STIs and STDs and all that, where they actually go away a lot faster. And you're probably wondering, like, why, how, this, that, and the third. That's because the government's passing these laws behind the scenes. So while you was thinking about the whole Donald Trump thing being elected and all that, they already had the bill in place. Y'all think I'm tripping? Y'all need to start Googling some stuff. Somebody Google healthcare and let me know. I don't know if that's a hair or not in my soup. It is though, bro. I'm still gonna eat it though. But oh yeah, that popped up. That popped up. Ask me a question while I take this bite. Mm, mhm. Ask me a question. Come on, Jessica, dive in one. Give me one. I'm sorry. I get hungry when I talk. You know what I mean? Ask me a question. Now, I can't say the hair is good, right? I'm not gonna say it's good. But you ever walk into a restaurant, you order something, you waited about what, 10 minutes or so? 10, 15 minutes? How long does it take usually to get like a good steak or something like that at a Texas Roadhouse or anywhere? How long does it usually take? It's like about 5 minutes or something like that. Cause I ain't been in a minute, so I don't really know. I'm not really there. I don't go there for that. A burger take about 7 minutes or so tops to get a whole meal. So you're not looking at it. 25. I also right. Welcome Rogue.
It takes 45 minutes to get that steak.
45 minutes. Nah. See, that's the thing. I'm not doing that. See, if I got a hair in my food and it took 45 minutes, I am hungry. I'm not returning that steak. Why would I do that? Would you do it, Rogue?
Um, I would not eat it if there's a hair either.
So you mean to tell me you gonna starve?
Yeah,
Uh-uh. Y'all better than me.
you will eat it.
I'm eating that steak. Just cut off. Look.
Sorry, Jessica's over here. Rogue! And it's like, oh, great. I'm already scared.
No, you good. Check it out. Let me ask you something.
Okay.
If it was a super long hair in it, of course, do not eat it. Cause number
Why?
one, That because
I
that
said
hair
if there's
hasn't
a hair.
traveled. It traveled.
I said if there's a hair, I'm not eating it.
If it's a little bit, all right. So check this out. I was at KFC once, right? Maybe twice in my
I
life.
won't block you, Jessica. I've always been the boss. I just keep it on the download. I never tell it to anybody.
Nah, I'm a boss of this station. Today is me.
Yeah, today is Rome's show, but we're pretty
So
much all
every
equal. There's no divisions. Nobody's
I'm
higher than anybody else.
I'm the boss today, and Jessica unblocked. That's how that works.
Yeah.
So I'm at KFC, right?
Okay.
I'm hungry. I'm
And
stupid hungry.
you ate the food with the hair in it?
No, so
Oh.
look, check this out.
Ah.
Check this out. You never know which part has the hair in it. You're not going to guess. It's like Russian roulette, right? So I ate the first piece, the second piece, the biscuit, the side. I get to the last piece, which is the breast, and I go to eat the piece of in the breast, and I'm like, and I'm going, and there's this
Oh.
long hair.
Oh.
Now, look, if it was a short one, it would have been like okay, like
I
you
get
watch
sick already.
you watch My Hero Academia. You know what happens when you eat hair. You get superpowers.
No, no, that's a lie.
Oh, dude, serious. So if I put thoughts together, I did take it back and I said, hey, there was a hair in the chicken.
But I
Now,
ate it already.
no, but like this one had a small hair in it, right?
What?
But it wasn't like that. You know what I mean? You can't account for people to smell. All right, do Jessica, Google
That's why
this.
they wear the hair nets. You
I
know, hair nets. And they also have like beer nets. Like they'll put a net around their beard.
How much hair do we lose in a day?
I don't know. But you're still eating it.
I'm still gonna eat this, man. I paid $26 for this. I'm hungry.
That's the thing. You pay a good price to be good, not include somebody's hair.
I was always told if it got a hair in it, investigate the hair first. If it's a gray hair, I'm not eating it. Now, I'm not saying that there's a difference between gray hair and black hair and the food. I'm not saying that. What I'm
But you just said that.
there is, I'm not saying like the like if gross level, because an older person knows to wear the hairnet. A younger person might be a little naive. Think about
But
it.
But look at all the trends that have come out with 40-year-olds, 30-year-olds having gray hair, the silver hair.
Bro, I've been having these gray hairs for like the last year or so.
So
They do not fall out.
does the color of the hair really matter? I mean,
And the food,
yeah,
the
I wouldn't eat
color,
it.
the color tells me that this person
What
got
color
this
was it?
job. It was black. It was black. Healthy hair. It looked like
Healthy.
an eyelash or something like that.
What?
Yeah, it looked like an eyelash.
That reminds me of what happened today. There was a lady that came in today. And you know how girls do their eyelashes? There was a big old clump that just fell down, and it's like I just scooted away. It's like
No, no, it's they glue them on, don't they?
yeah.
Those are glued.
Mhm.
Now that has that does that not worry you?
Yeah.
It worries me. You're super gluing.
I was just
Consider a
I,
duplicate. No, it's not.
I was just
It
gonna ask,
cannot.
what if it's a pube? It's like, yeah.
First thing, we're going to touch on both topics here. First off, how do they get so many eyelashes in the world? First off, like where are they getting these
where
from?
where are they coming from? That's true.
Because there ain't no way. That it's just a lifestyle. Like I know that they get like braiding hair from horses. That's a source.
What?
You didn't know that?
No, I thought they steal them from India. Women in India sell it for like 10 cents, and then they bring it here and they sell it for like 100 per strand.
No, they
Isn't
have
there?
multiple ways. You can sell your
There,
hair like you can.
yeah. They typically try to get low income families to sell their hair, so that way they can make wigs.
So if you want to make some money, not a lot of money, but some money, you cut your hair and you put it inside a thing and ship it off and they treat it and they sell it, they resell it.
Could be.
But most of the horses have all the hair in the world anyway. That long heavy hair, yeah, that
Don't they
comes from a
use like?
horse.
Don't they use horsehair to make violin? Um, the little thing that you use once. I don't know what it's called.
I don't doubt it. I don't know what it's
But
called, but I don't doubt it.
okay, you got to tell us about that hair. What type of hair was it? Show us.
I don't
You
know where it went.
probably you probably ate it already.
No, I don't know where it went. You can't see hair from a distance, so you need a telescope.
Well, then how'd you know you had a hair?
No, wigs are made from women that go bald. That's what that's for. They shave it, treat it. Shave it and treat it. But I'm just making stuff up as I go sometimes. Not about the hair thing. About all the other stuff, I'm telling actual facts. Like there was a hair in there and it still tastes good. That's a fact.
Hmm.
I'm not gonna stop eating. You know how long of a walk it is to take this food back? Time and effort, they're not gonna make a better sandwich.
I worry for you.
I survived one of the most worst things in the world. Plenty of them, you know. But
Family, we need to find Rome a good wife that would travel with him and feed him while he's traveling.
you know what? That'd be super dope. I would
Yeah.
love that. I would actually love that.
Okay.
We can start a
Is
business.
is there a trucker like Tinder? Let's
You know what? That would be super cool. Like
we can start our business. Like
I can see that.
what should we call it? Like on the go romance? I don't know.
No, no, it has to be something a little more.
Semi
Fu-
love.
That's good. That's good. I think Jessica likes that one.
Yeah, it's like semi love.
And the Semi Love app, just send me money into my Semi Love app account. And every time there's a hair in my food, I go buy something else.
Yeah, so I think we should start working on that. You know how
Yes.
many semi truck drivers, men and women, are single? We could just hook him up and say, "Here's a location of the next semi truck near you."
You're trying to create hubs for truck drivers to fall in love.
Why not? I mean, look how many semi trucks are in the parking lot you're in.
That is, look, it's a gang of them, right?
Yeah, yeah. What
But
if Mrs. Right is right next to you?
I did think of that a long time ago.
Yeah,
You know,
let's find her.
it gets lonely on the road.
Yeah.
It gets real lonely. But you know what happens when people get real lonely?
What?
They eat.
Yes, that's why you're constantly eating. Family, we're worried about Rome. He just eats,
I'm
eats,
not
eats.
lonely. I have love in my life. I
Every single time we're doing a podcast, you're in the background eating.
can't help myself.
But
And
yeah,
this is
I
disgusting, by the way. This is hibiscus tea, no
what?
sugar.
Oh, that's what you forgot. But I think we should plan out, like, create a prototype of semi love.
I mean, Jessica could probably do it.
Yeah.
She's active. She can make an app like right now.
But what? How do we find truck drivers in the U.S. like that are interested? And if we charge them like 10 cents per mile, then they can find whoever they want anywhere.
Make it like 1 cent a mile, and you'll make a lot of money.
There you go.
You know what I mean? So I feel like if they wanted to go use the app for 100 miles, it's like $1.
Yeah.
I found the love of my life for just $1. You know what I mean?
How much does Tinder and all those apps cost?
They actually free. Now
Oh.
this is the thing. They're free to a certain extent. You can only get a certain amount of follows and a certain amount of questions, a certain amount of likes and a certain amount of dislikes. They're actually free, but like you gotta pay for the rest of that.
Mhm.
So let me tell you about my experience of going on a dating app. I had this one chick, right? Phenomenal. I wanted to talk to her, right?
What
So I
was her
sent her
name?
a message. Her name was Carolina. Now it's
Okay.
Carolina, right?
Carolina. But it's pronounced
But it,
Carolina.
I don't. I never got that. I
No.
never. I never.
It's okay. Let's move
No.
on. You were in a special ed. Let's move on.
No. I don't understand. This is America.
Hey, English was barely introduced 5 months ago to the US.
Eng- that is so messed up and it's true at the same
Actually, it
time.
was 4 months ago because January 20 something is when it started. But let's focus. So you were saying Carolina.
So I get a chance to talk to her, right?
Hmm.
And this is after a while of being on Hinge and all that kind of stuff. And I was like, finally, right? That was my first message. Finally. She
That
goes,
was your
finally
first.
what? Yeah, she said, finally what? I said, I thought it's gonna take about like another 3, 4 birthdays just for you to say hi. And she
What?
goes, wow. So you've been trying to talk to me for a while? I said, of course. This is what I wanted. And then I got her phone number and I tricked her into calling me.
How's it trick her?
I said, your number doesn't work. You should call me. And she says, my number works. I said, no, it doesn't. So I'm on it right now. I said, they can't be. You're probably just on Wi Fi. And she said, I'll call you now. Watch. Then she did it. It's catchy, right?
I think that's why she got suspicious and left you.
Mm-mm. I'm gonna tell you how that relationship ended. We need to make sure we make some improvements on the app.
Okay. How did it end?
And
She
check this
paid.
out.
She didn't pay for her subscription.
Nah, she paid for her subscription. She was just expecting other things. So I'm working hard. I'm working
Yeah.
hard, man. I it's like, let's be spontaneous. I be me, you be you. Let's have a good time. Let's do this, right?
Yep.
And she's like, okay, cool. I said, me, you, Toscanos, Brazilian grill. What does that sound like? She's like, sounds like a deal. I said, where at? She said, Provo. I said, sound like a deal. So I go and do Amazon Flex that day,
What's
right?
that?
Amazon Flex is a self-employment thing where you
Hmm.
take your car, deliver packages, and so happens to be in Amazon Flex. That's where I end up. Lehigh. I'm right there. Like I'm not that far off. And then I'm talking to her about that entire day, and she's like, "Oh, you're such a great guy. You deserve all of this and this, that, and the third." And I'm sitting here wondering to myself, "Cat, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
You don't know me from the can of paint, but I think it's cute because I like you. I'm gonna think it's cute." So here I am. I'm doing this, and she goes, "Are you almost done, sweetheart?" I'm like, "Wow!" And she called me sweetheart. When you get called sweetheart on a dating app, see, you've been out the game for a little bit, Rogue. I'm just letting you know. If you
It's
go
been
back
like it's
into
been like 40 years since I haven't been in the dating.
look, look, sweetheart goes a long way. Like
Really?
it does. Like I had a few friends of mine. They've done the dating thing too, and the girl was like sweetie or handsome or whatever, this that and the third, and it just makes you feel bubbly. Real bubbly on the inside. Ask your wife to call you sweetheart. You'll be like, oh, okay, sweetie, and it's like a natural thing for y'all. But in the dating world, sweetheart could take you to another level. You
Yeah, no.
confident.
No, I call my wife Vieja, and she's like, "What, viejo?" So
Why
that's
is
it.
it so aggressive? What is this? It's like you guys just wake up. How am I gonna yell at him today? How am I gonna yell at her today? That's crazy. Let me take a bite of this sandwich.
So yeah.
But I go, I do the Amazon Flex thing, right?
Hmm.
I finish. On the road to finishing, she goes, I'm on my way there now, or the second third. I'm gonna eat without you. I said, no, 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 don't do that. I promise. I'm almost done. I'll be there soon. A couple minutes later, she goes, I don't like what you said. The
About
dates, I don't know. I just told her don't eat without me. Like that's all I asked. Like I mean I like the Brazilian girl too. I didn't just pick the spot for you. That was for me too. You know when
what?
you go there and you put it on
Yeah,
green,
yeah, yeah, yeah,
you
yeah.
know what I mean? And then it goes
I,
around. I be low key waiting for the pineapple to show up.
mhm. Everybody does.
But why did they take it out so late?
They just want
Like,
to get full because pineapple's expensive.
mm,
Because
but you
think of
know,
how many pineapples they eat in one day. It's probably like 100 of them.
yeah. But if you eat a pineapple, you actually get a bigger stomach because that acid from the pineapple breaks the food down faster.
Mm.
I learned that little trick. So don't drink your water, don't drink your juice. Just wait for the pineapple, eat the pineapple, get right back to the green, and you good. You don't do anything
Uh,
else.
I worry about you sometimes.
It's not worth it. It's not worth it to just drink water all day. Like if they offer you a drink, just say give me water, no ice.
Hold the hair also.
They don't even have hair nets over there. I peeped the scene. Nobody's wearing hair nets.
Oh man. So
They
so after you told her like no wait for me, she just dumped you?
This was the first time I have ever in my life had a date canceled.
Wow.
I was freaking out because I'd never done this before. I called my friend of mine. I said, "How do you recover?" A friend that's been on a date. I gotta clarify that. How do you recover from a date canceled?
Hmm.
That sounds like a Google question or a Chat GBT question. And he said, "Just go anyway." By the time
You
you get there,
you
right?
went and she was there.
No, I was hoping she'd be there. So whenever she was there eating, I'd have been like, sounds like you paying for your own food. Right? Like it's just one of them things. Now my meal costs this much, her meal costs that much. Now she sees me eating and enjoying my life, and she's like, oh, he had the nerve to show up. Like I wondered if she was gonna be there, so I showed up anyway.
Yeah.
Did I eat lunch that day? Of course I
Yes.
did.
You're always hungry. We know that.
Right? Why wouldn't I?
Yeah.
But Tuscanos though, for one person, no tariffs.
They're all over nowadays.
One person, no tariffs. $22 to $23, all you can
That's
eat.
that's cheap.
That's dirt cheap. So you know what? I got all the dirt I could get.
Hmm.
Point
So
taken. So
that's the
I
way to
did
do
go.
it.
I went on my date by myself. I dated myself that day. You know what I did?
What?
I put my phone on the other side. I put the camera on, and I said, "Hey, gorgeous.
And then what did the robot say back?
Hey, gorgeous." Right? Like it was amazing. So now I'm eating, and then the pineapple comes out, and I'm satisfied now.
Hmm. How many hours did you stay there?
Hour and a half.
Jeez, that's a lot of protein you ate.
It was worth it.
They
Women
probably
stress
s-
you out,
they probably see you and be like, "No, close the restaurant. Hurry, Roman's coming."
right?
Let's see what Jessica says.
I'm telling you, I gotta be. Let me tell you something. If I don't go and enjoy this restaurant, who will? Date, no date. That's her loss. I was
Yep.
gonna pay for her meal and give her a kiss. She lucky. You know what I mean? Now we just gotta move on with life and keep this boat rolling.
Good
Oh my!
morning
Good morning.
from
Wait,
the
Why she
motherland.
American? I hate
What's
that.
up?
how's South America?
Central America?
Central, South. It's the same
They
thing.
It's
keep
not.
Whatever.
popping
It's
up.
really not.
It's
Hey, Chad.
America.
It is
Everybody just
America.
popping up. I don't know. Like they took over the Rome show. This is no
Yes.
longer the Rome show.
Oh, we can step out if you want.
No,
Hey,
no, no.
you know
Don't
what?
step
You know
out.
what? Right here.
You guys
Yeah.
paint a picture.
Here.
Where'd he go? Where'd he go? Where
We're,
did he
we're,
go?
I want the Rome show. I want to know
yeah.
what's
Here we.
up.
Okay. Have a great day.
Bye, Rome.
Y'all funny. These guys are hilarious. Any look, Rome, you lied. When did Rome lie? They
You're
popping up.
constantly lying. Okay.
Look, see, they playing these games. They playing hide and go seek with Rome.
Well, we wanted to support you because everybody's traveling the world, and we're trying to be there for you. And we do want to know when you lie.
The show must go on.
Yep.
Two truths and one lie. I absolutely love eating tres leches. I've been a CDO driver for almost a decade, and applesauce is my favorite thing to eat on this planet.
The applesauce because your body language was completely different.
I was not paying attention to the body language. Dang.
That
Yeah.
was messed up, but it's not the applesauce.
You haven't been
Applesauce
CDL
is
for a
true.
while.
Hmm.
It
Applesauce is
hasn't
true.
been.
Now, it's been 10 years. It's
I don't
been
know.
a solid 10, man.
I forgot the first one. What was the first one?
I like tres leches.
I don't know.
My nigga.
You know for a fact. Hey, y'all know for a fact. I had that cake one time. One time. I said, "Why is this soggy?
Yeah.
Why is this cake soggy? Like you're supposed to eat like a cake's supposed to have texture, like not
It's
this."
Soggy
that's
is a
why it's
texture.
that's why it's three milks. Tres
Yeah, no.
leches. It's got
3 minutes.
donkey milk, goat's milk, and cow milk.
Why would you
Mm.
dare? Why? Don't invite me to any parties because I'm not eating it. I'll bring my own cake. It's gonna be a bring your own cake party.
Mm.
I'm gonna
That's
go to
interesting.
Costco and get. It is interesting. I just made it up. It's like, look, I'm gonna go to Costco. First thing I'm gonna do is get that
You're gonna bring
chocolate
the
mousse.
the Brucey cake from Matilda.
Yeah,
Oh
yeah.
my
We need
god.
that clip for Brucey.
That, oh god, let me find that because oh my god, that cake has always made me want to have a big old chocolate cake
I
after
I
I was
always
done
get
watching
that
that
from
scene.
Costco, like Brucey.
You know, somebody said this one day. They said, "I don't eat cake. I hate cake." I said, "Have you had the Costco cake yet? It's
I'm
gonna
about to
change your
say,
life. Your life is completely changed already. I'm excited for you. I don't need cake. If I don't like the cake, you owe me $1, $10. I said, "Betty, if you don't like the cake, I'll give you 100.
and
You don't like the cake." And then they said, "Okay, sounds like a good deal." So I
Yeah.
said to myself, "I'm gonna buy the cake. I'm gonna get some ice cream, so to complete it. You don't really need ice cream with the cake anyway. It tastes good without the cake."
no, I love that chocolate cake.
And that's exactly what I want to do.
Yeah.
That's for my birthday, that's what I want to do. I want to do that.
I'm gonna buy a big old chocolate cake. and
You
then
just,
I'm just gonna grab a whip, and I'm just gonna make sure you keep eating that cake.
you just don't know where you are in the country, so we can
That's
never
true.
plan.
When you come in town,
You never tell us when you're in town.
I got it. I'm coming into town probably like 28 hours.
It's like
then I'm out of town for the
I'll be
next week.
I'll be in town. Wait, I'm not in town because I'm more north and closer to Canada. So
Closer to
yeah,
Canada. What are you in like Canada?
well, closer to it. So yeah,
So like if you walked outside in your backyard and you took 10 steps past your fence line,
mhm.
you're Canadian.
mm, more like 1,000 steps.
That's not bad. I mean, 1,000 steps. How many steps did I get today? You got an Apple Watch, don't you?
No, I don't believe in technology.
Well, I got 3,629 steps today. As a truck driver, that's pretty good. That's pretty good.
I was gonna say
That
you never walk.
I know, but I do. I really walk. Like I get my steps in.
Okay, what's the distance in 3,000 steps? Bless you, everybody back there.
I don't even know. It doesn't say that much.
Okay, let's see.
Um,
How
2.5K. No.
much is
You
three
know, I
thousand
found
and
a better
seven?
clip. Hold up. Brucey,
Look,
Brucey,
Bros.
let's go.
look, look. If you don't feed me any water, like give me any water, no liquids or nothing like that, that cake is gone. It's gone. And as a matter of fact, I take my time, so you might fall asleep, and then you wake up and it's gone. You might thinking he didn't eat it. I ate it. You know what I mean? So
Mm.
as far as like my steps may go, I feel like I do pretty good. The craziest
Hey,
thing I've ever done is get on a scooter and scoot over to a basketball court that was about 5 miles out. That road was terrible, but hey, I walked back. I know you. It's a cliffhanger, right? You're probably thinking, what about the scooter? I left it there. It was a pointless scooter.
so
Some
three
little.
thousand steps is anywhere from 1 mile, 1.5 miles, or 2 miles. That's not that much. I mean, I have to go walk half a mile just to take out the trash can.
That's a really far walk for you to go take out your
That
garbage. Like, I think you need a
is.
guard dog for you to take out your trash. You might get kidnapped on your way back.
That's where the curve is, guys. They gotta go to the
You gonna have to
curve.
hire a couple raccoons, man. I'm gonna tell you. That's. I feel like that's way too much walking there. I think you need about at least 3 raccoons, one for
Rem-
breakfast, one for lunch, and one for dinner, and make sure they all get the job
remember,
done.
remember last time when I was home alone? Last Friday, actually, I told you I had to turn on the perimeter lights just to make sure I felt comfortable.
Mhm.
So, yeah.
So if you do see something scary, mm, that's how you do it, right there. Is it bad that I want that to happen at my funeral?
No, that's kind of cool.
You muted also.
Uh oh.
Yeah,
I can't
technical
unmute him.
difficulties. Yeah, he has a great smile
There,
though,
Oh,
but that
there we
was
go. There we
there.
go. Sorry, that's my bad. That was a message from Johnny, by the way. If you didn't hear
Yes.
me,
so wait.
he,
Johnny
he's at
sent
a
that message
he's at a
of
funeral. That's
he's at a
a
funeral.
right.
that's a bad way to say where he's at. Like,
He wanted to do it with style. He said.
Well, no, it's he's in. That's a bunch. That's a lot of Africans dancing. I'm wondering, is he the one in the casket at this point? Now, that's
He was a
that's a bit
cameraman.
concerning.
He's the
He's the
cameraman.
Okay.
cameraman. That's not concerning anymore. It's not
Okay.
concerning. I think that's right.
Yes.
That's okay.
No, Johnny Boy's still alive. Don't worry. He'll be in next week.
He's in the background dancing. Let's watch it again. Make sure he's actually dancing
Wait,
back
wait,
there.
wait. Let me see. I think he's there. Oh yeah, I saw him in the background. He was a little
Yeah,
really sad.
yeah, he was
I
crying.
saw him. I saw him. He was hanging out. He was hanging out but he was the guy with the white shirt back there.
He passed
Yeah,
the vibe. He passed the
It
vibe for sure.
right. It was a silhouette, but we understand, right? The sun's got to hit
Mhm.
you a certain way.
Yep.
You know.
Uh, oh my
But
goodness.
where did we start? Where did I start? Jessica, help me out. Where did I start?
Oh, where's our secretary, Jessica?
Jessica, you're dropping the ball, man. What's
She
She's
going
is
supposed
on?
dropping the
she's
ball because
supposed to keep us on check and on track.
you allowed Rogan also to go off Topject completely. Like I might have to look. I unblocked you. That's
Correction, she was
crazy.
never blocked. She might have been silenced, but not blocked.
That is so messed up.
Yeah.
So to to
So
go
you're
on with the
we were talking about your dating with Carolina and is this
okay, yeah. So after her, right? I decided keep the boat rolling. You know what I mean?
mm-hmm.
One failure does not mean I stop. She was a big setback because I ate dinner or lunch by myself for the first time. That's okay. That is okay. I was waiting for the one to show up. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
I am Prince Charming, and my Chrysler 300 was my horse. I'm just saying, it's a beautiful white horse, and
Comfortable white horse.
it is. It is.
They're really big and roomy, dude.
They are. And I had an old lady hit on me, and she was like, "Are you married?" I was like, "I'm not, but I am taking applications. You know what I mean?" Like,
Join the line. Tariffs over here.
look, she was about ready to turn my life around. A sugar grandmama. I gotta have one of those in your life. Sugar grandmamas.
Sugar
And she said,
grandmamas.
or sugar grandmama. She was like, if you're not married, I'm open to be married. I only have a couple years left in me, but that's all right.
Hey, as long as you leave me the moolah, we'll be fine.
That's true.
See, that's the thing. You just gotta learn about life insurance and just go
Yeah.
marry the first old person that's in the Ferrari. If I was a female, I will be listening to Megan Thee Stallion my entire life, and I'm looking for the next president of the United States. That's what I'm doing. That's what I'm doing. Don't look.
Hey, we're trying to get a female president, so you know.
There you
What
go.
what a female first lady because
Yeah.
look, how to be the Latin lover at Black Edition. My goodness, you know what? I have no idea when I fell in love with the whole Latin thing. You know, it,
Oh,
it,
so do you see that Jessica says that you were talking about tariffs, but I like this better.
you know, I was about to go in on tariffs because egg. I went to the Waffle House. Each extra egg cost 50 cents. That's too
What?
expensive.
Well, now they're probably $1.
Yeah, now they're like $1.
That's even worse because I wasn't looking at the bill. You know what I mean?
Oh,
Like
my goodness. What do you do? You're always talking about tariffs, so I always think you do pay attention to the bill.
sometimes.
But when you're rolling in the dough, you gotta
Guy,
look at the receipt.
he never cares anymore. Now that he's single, he just doesn't pay attention.
when you so that's beside the point. But check this out. When you are single and it's just you, everything is just so affordable. Like it really is.
Facts. Facts.
Everything is just, look. You go into a Texas Roadhouse, right? And you get yourself a $45 steak. If you bring somebody else
That's $80, 90
That's
off
bucks
90
rip,
bucks.
plus the
and you're not,
drink. We're looking at a
and
hundred something plus tip.
you got to tip 2%. I
Two
heard.
percent.
2%.
Where have you been?
Damn.
What do you
Two
what are
percent.
you what are you tipping?
At least
Usually,
10,
yeah, 15, 18.
15,
Yeah.
20.
My goodness, let's do the math on this. Wait a minute. Wait a minute.
That's how
Rome,
they make a living, bro.
Rome. These
They only
They
get
got a
paid
waitresses,
nine
like
to
two
five
bucks an
two,
job.
hour.
yeah, like 280 an
They
hour.
Yeah,
job that happened. They got a 9 to 5 job.
they do, but they
If it's
get
a
paid
hundred
like
bucks,
very little.
$15 for real.
Where'd you go? Oh, he disappeared.
Oh, hold on.
When he
My
does the
my,
math,
I'm
he
losing audio.
okay.
Johnny boy, I'd rather go to Ruth's Chris. Never been there.
I've never been
That's
there.
too bougie.
Um.
I don't know where what
Oh
that is.
my goodness.
Downtown.
No
Oh,
sound.
we can hear you.
We hear you. Just smile. There we
We
go.
back? Can you
We're
hear
back.
me?
We are back.
Oh my
We can hear you.
Yes.
goodness. You probably can hear me, but I can't hear you. Hold on. We're having technical difficulties. Rome
Just don't
Awareness
end.
Month is not
Just
going
don't
so well.
end the stream like you did last time.
Oh, Johnny
How do I
boy. You see that? Waiters don't get taxed anymore on tips.
unmute? Help me.
Okay,
Oh,
hold
I'm
on.
melting. My life. It's moving in angles.
I'm not
Make sure your
sure.
audio is for your speakers, for the right speaker, and it's not connected to like Bluetooth or something.
Your headset. You put it down. He put his headset down.
Ah,
Your headset.
he can't
Oh,
see
he's
us.
frozen too. Look, he's frozen.
Frozen.
Well, there he goes. The Rome episode is over.
So, how's my connection? I'm in a third world
Good.
country.
You're doing good. Oh, there's gonna be multiple Romes. He's gonna be cloning himself.
Oh,
It's
I didn't
I
mean.
thought you were still home.
I don't know how to take my clone out.
There you go. I
Oh,
took your
yes.
clone out.
Thank you.
We know
Thank
we
you.
know how to manage.
It just all of a sudden messed up. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
I
you
was
froze
saying
there.
$15 is too much to tip, man. That's a whole extra meal.
did you guys see this comment by Meh David? Is beard hair considered pubic hair?
I
I don't
saw
know.
that and I wanted to
It's
touch on
dirty.
that.
That is a good question.
Well, no, because pubic has to be private.
Well, some people have the butt chin. So is that?
I have the
Yeah.
butt
That
chin.
is so wrong.
Mhm.
It depends on the chin shape. Like, let me check and see if I got a butt chin. Hold on first.
You
Let me
do.
check.
We don't need to check. We already know.
Nah, I got a
You-
crimson chin. My chin is so crimson. You see that definition there? No, I think I'm gaining some weight right here. But
I
that's
don't know.
beside the point.
I don't know what. Oh, Rome. Why don't you have those issues when you're alone? LOL. I don't know what issues.
What issues?
Oh,
Tell us. You have issues?
We know you have a lot of like psychological issues of childhood and stuff like that, but I don't know
yeah, I
what issues
can.
you're talking about.
I would say that I am crazy sometimes. You know, I'm not gonna say it, I'm not gonna lie. But if I'm not crazy, who's gonna be crazy? You know what I mean?
I
You
know.
gotta control the crazy in the room.
Johnny, don't. I don't know. I'm gonna take Johnny's comment off.
Still on the page.
I know.
No, because pubes have to be private. A chin is public information.
So, what about your armpit hair? Would that be?
That's private.
That's
Yeah.
private.
So
Because if you
what if
openly just boom, you know what I mean? You gotta. It's a volunteer activity. You gotta volunteer to raise your hand.
so I only grew this for my wife. So I mean that's only for her.
That's
So is that
private.
private?
That
I
is
don't know.
not it. That's
Mm,
not. That is not how that works. I
why
mean, you
not?
could be
It's
on the surface.
private. No, no other women
Private.
can, or
Nobody else
men
can
can.
touch it.
Yeah.
I mean, if you guys
Well,
want to touch it, it's fine.
No, that's fine. I'm out. I'm out.
some men grow their
I'm
hair
out.
so their cats
Oh,
can rub against their face though. Sometimes
what?
some men have that hard scruff where it's like real sharp. Mine's is soft, right? It's a shadow, but it's soft. But
Mm,
some people have that hard scruff. You look. So check this out. I was in the mission field, right?
yes.
Oh, we ran out of
Shaving
propane
cream.
almost a little bit, like that much. We had that much left. It was enough to get one pot of water going. Power is gone. Everything is out. Oh, video and sound when I'm alone because I'm not sharing the bandwidth.
We,
So,
we told the computers that we have priority over Rome.
and look, they're not lying, man. My iPhone is not strong enough yet. I'm gonna get there though. I'm gonna get there though. So we out there, the power is gone, and we're like, what do we have to eat? He's from Idaho, so he has a gang of Idaho potatoes ready mix. It's about 8 of us in this house. We got no food, no power, no electricity, no nothing. But that propane thing came in clutch. See, what good is propane if you can't find the light? So one elder, he said, I got this. What are you gonna do? He said, I got this. What are you gonna do? Tell me. He said, nah, I got this. He took the match off his beard, lit that bad boy. He ate. We all ate food that day. We didn't turn that gas off at all.
It
And
was a
that's why it's
Christmas
good to
miracle.
it was. It really was.
It's like
That's insane.
it's like the story you always hear about these two missionaries that put water in their gas tank and they got where they needed to go.
That's crazy. I would at least put like oil in it, tea in it or
Oh man.
something. Just water though? How do you know that's gonna
Uh,
work?
I don't
How do
know.
you know it's gonna work?
They had faith, I guess.
I
So
respect that. I do respect that. Um, but tariffs are gonna get raised up a little higher too, by the way.
why?
Who's gonna get them?
The new bill. The rich folks is not getting any tariffs.
Oh, we already knew
Oh
that.
yeah, yeah,
So that's just like everyone at the bottom. Now
yeah.
y'all mark my words. Y'all hear this on this episode. The reset button gonna get hit. They did it in other countries already. And when it happens, banking systems are gonna collapse for like a week.
Longer than
At
that.
least it already started happening in China. A lot of their banks started going bankrupt.
Really?
Yeah, they started. There was like a big. Let me see if I can find the clip. There was like hundreds of people outside of this like big Chinese bank, and they they wiped their accounts. They had no money, and people
Wait.
outside,
You say wipe their accounts. I mean they took everybody's money.
everybody's money, and then said, "Hey, we're broke."
So is banks even safe?
Mm-mm. No, it's just a
I like
digital
it because
number.
you guys work at a bank too, and you're like,
Hmm.
no, it's not safe.
It's not safe. This your money is not safe.
No.
No, it's definitely not safe at all. Do not
That's
put
why
your
I
money
keep
in.
it
I work
you know,
there, but
that's why I keep everything behind me in that mattress that's never used.
I keep it inside my shoebox.
He's
A
still eating.
mattress,
It's
a
been an
mattress.
hour of Rome, and he's been eating this whole time.
It's
I
still
eat
not done.
slow. I eat
Yes.
slow. I eat slow on purpose.
Johnny
True that,
says
Johnny boy.
banks aren't safe. It's why we work at credit unions.
Yep.
Nah, we're not
A
safe.
bank, a credit union is a bank.
It's the same thing.
Oh,
It's the
it's not
same
the same
thing.
thing. No.
Same thing.
Stockholders, no stockholders.
Right,
My
but
goodness.
when the reset
Okay.
happens,
Mhm.
by credit unions.
Yeah. No,
Really?
we got to be smarter of where we save.
Yep,
The rule of thumb is always have 6 months of all your expenses saved up.
at minimum.
Remember that. Yep. If
And
you
I
can
think
have
right
more,
now,
that's best.
So
mhm,
the ones that got 6 months of expenses is the ones getting robbed first, huh?
No,
mm, who knows? They can be very
wise.
discreet about it,
Yeah.
Let
and
me be
they can act like they're
selective.
broke.
Yeah, like look at
Yeah,
me. I
maybe
dress like a
I'm gonna take
homeless.
that. You know
Me too.
what? Let me
Look at
tell
me. I
you.
can't even get one solid color. I have to patch them up. I have
Yeah,
different colors.
like
I'm
look at
poor.
his teddy bear. Only half
Like
of the teddy bear was created.
I only have the other half is like it doesn't have the skin. It's just all
Yeah.
skulls.
No, it's just that the other half of the teddy bear couldn't pay for Medicare, so
It's because
this.
they cut the funding.
Mhm. Mhm.
Yeah.
It's just a lot of things going on in the world. The teddy bear was like, my favorite book was the corduroy book. Kept losing buttons. Your
Yeah.
teddy bear couldn't find the skins.
Yeah.
And
So
this
yeah,
tomato basil soup is amazing. I think you might extend this to like an hour, 20 minutes.
tomato bis.
Yeah, I had this for the first time
Hmm.
at a white wedding. It was nice
Why'd you have to bring up the colors, huh?
because black people don't have tomato basil. Right, is what it is. We don't think about it. No one says, "Hey, I'm going to put some tomato basil soup in the way." You know what I mean? No one says that. Hot dogs, hamburgers, mac and cheese, collard greens, chicken, lasagna.
And it's
We
so cheap, just tomato paste and water. That's it. There it is.
that's
Tomato
that's what
bis.
that is.
Yep.
That's
That's
what
what
that
that
is.
is. That's what it
Oh
is.
my gosh! Wait a minute. Nah,
Yeah.
that can't be it.
I'll Google the recipe for it and then put it in the chat.
Yeah, you should. You should definitely do that because now I'm a little bit furious because I'm always looking for tomato basil soup. I'm going to like white folk places. I know why'd I bring up color? Because it's true. They always have this kind of food. And Italians do too. But they like pizza. Let me ask this though.
Pizza.
Okay, tomato bisque. Let's see. Easy, creamy tomato bisque recipe, easy recipe. Let's keep it simple, okay? Because,
Okay. Okay.
let's see. The ingredients. Most
Cooking with bro.
important. Du-du-du.
Ain't no
Okay.
way with tomato basil soup is just that simple. Like
Okay, here's the ingredients. Basil, thyme, tomato, celery, garlic, salt, pepper, an onion, olive oil, chicken broth, and cream. That's it.
yeah, send that recipe. I'm gonna have to get that made. I'm gonna have to get that made. I'm gonna make
Okay,
it from scratch.
I
I'm
will
gonna make
put,
I'm gonna make the best tomato basil soup you ever had in your life.
but
And I'm
we'll
throwing
never
hot
try it
sauce in it.
because you're never near us, and you
I
come in
I
for two
will.
minutes and you bail. Like, hey guys, I
It's
was right around your corner. Bye.
look. I'm trying to turn a new leaf. You know,
Or a new
get a
semi truck.
different, get another job and another business. I'm no longer juggling jobs anymore. I'm juggling businesses. I gotta jump for the next one. I'm Steve Jobs. I need to make the orange. You know what I mean? Not
No,
apple, orange. Like orange, you glad I'm here? You know what I mean? Like,
Aren't you glad?
you know, orange around the world. You know?
All right, guys. Let me. Let me see if I can show you this. Uh,
Oh yeah,
Oh,
you were gonna
China.
show us about the banks.
Let's just hope we don't get banned. Lately, we've been getting a lot of warnings about getting banned.
As
but
long
you
as we
see, there's
pause it,
a ton of people.
pause it.
40 in 1 week. 40 banks. But it's TikTok though. I don't know if I believe everything in TikTok.
There's a lot of videos about like this bank and people just kind of going there to
I hate
demand their
this.
money.
I'm not going nowhere, Johnny boy. Yeah, we gonna get flagged because this dude going he definitely gonna flag us. I can already tell it. You see
Yeah,
that
let's.
beard? Look at
Yeah.
those pubes.
Yep. He's got a
Mm-hmm.
butt chin. Move on. Let's not play it anymore.
But y'all see it though, right? The idea that the world's gonna be reset, and when it does, everyone is screwed working for Bitcoin that they can't even get one of.
Hmm.
Mm-hmm.
How much is one Bitcoin right now? Like 110?
It's gonna be worthless soon.
So
Probably
that
let me
means
see.
if we start working in cryptocurrency, right? How much money would you make on a daily basis?
909,435 and 67 cents is
So
how much it is right now.
it's becoming like Argentina, where a cup of coffee is
Oh wait, that's SVC. What is that? Oh, that's
gonna
Salvadorian coin.
be
What the hell? I need American dollars.
currency. We need the currency.
Yeah,
Ah!
I'm like, why is it giving me Salvadorian?
Because you're in Salvador and it's
I
googling. I
know.
mean,
Sure.
you're somewhere in the world.
So, do you think that because you guys work in the banks, right? They're
Don't
gonna
tell
pull
them
you
our
to this.
business.
Well, no, you work with banks, but
Okay.
this is the question, though. This is the
We
question, though.
count we cancel or counsel the banks.
Yeah.
Okay.
We
So,
give them advice.
do you think that the world powers are gonna pull you to the side and say, "Hey, we're about to do something crazy that we've never done before, but everyone else has been involved with this.
Well,
We're hitting the
there's
reset
only
button."
there's only five in the U.S. Five families that own pretty much every single
Everything.
company. Five families. Keep that in mind. Five families own every single thing in the U.S.
Are we gonna look at BlackRock?
I'm afraid to dig them up.
Look,
We might get.
if we dig up BlackRock, we better be ready to go down that boat,
I'm not
down
ready
that
to go.
road, down that
I'm not
river.
ready to meet the fishes yet. No, we're not going to dig up
We're getting
anything with
I
BlackRock.
like
we're
the
getting
ocean.
popular right now. We're getting popular. We're already getting flagged on content. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So BlackRock?
I say, you know what?
No, this is
Let's
an episode of Rome,
let's
not an actual off topic. This is
let
Rome
me
when in Rome.
When in Rome.
let me
All right, we'll save
let
it
me
for
ask the
next week.
question. Let me ask the question, right? And then tell me that about BlackRock.
Okay, go ahead. What's
Okay?
your question?
How many companies do they own directly?
Ooh,
BlackRock. Ooh,
let
there's
me
a lot.
let me Google it. Let me Google it.
Because some
Un
of these
momento, my
companies,
friend.
right, they are probably what we go to. Like I watched the Gucci movie about Gucci, the whole clothing line,
Oh, I haven't
and
seen that.
I had no idea that Gucci went through so much. And I'm not gonna spoil it, but it's already out there. Gucci doesn't even own their own brand.
Okay,
What?
okay. So I gotta tell you, BlackRock has a bunch of subsidiaries. I can't even say that.
Subsidiaries? Ah, I
Yeah.
can't.
So it has BlackRock and Advisors LLC, BlackRock Asset Management in
Mhm.
Ireland, which is kind of weird.
All right.
Um,
Mm,
iShares, which is crazy. E-
iShares? What's iShares? Hold on. I
it's
feel
a
like I should be
popular
learning about that.
platform. eFont, uh, Creos Capital. So if we look for one, we have to look for every other one because they're trying to hide their funds everywhere.
well, yeah. Why do you think they have it in Ireland? In
Yep.
case something goes down, they already have some funds over there.
Yep.
Let's see, 15 to 20 firms, and they own the 16,000 public companies worldwide. 16,000 companies worldwide.
So BlackRock is a secret society. It's
Yes,
not a
it is.
company.
It's the Puppet Masters.
So like I'm looking at it like this. Um, it's about to get 10 times worse. It's their idea of the tariffs. It's their idea. Make things a little more expensive for everyone to buy, and we'll just take the hit because we have enough money to do it. Because it look, how many people does it take to hack down one tree?
I
Like
don't
how
know.
many people? So if you were to hack down one tree, how long will it take you to hack down one tree all the way through?
I don't know.
I don't know. In Minecraft, it only takes me a couple seconds.
That's a good answer though. I like that.
Mhm.
That's a good. Look, so if you have an axe manual cutting down the tree, it could take you all day. But if all three of us had an axe and we had choreographed hitting the same spot over and over and over again, it'll take us 15 minutes to 20 minutes or so. Energy, resources, things like that. If the world is one big tree and BlackRock knows what a tree is, they all can hack at it in what at one at a time. It'll take them 10 minutes to accomplish what we would accomplish in 20 years.
And
Hmm.
you mean like you're saying that they can make a big change really quick because they own so much?
And there's so many of them.
There's
Hmm.
been talk of people like just thinking that we're going to become a place of the haves and the have-nots. There is no in between.
Isn't that what we pretty much are right now?
Well, there's a
Is
middle
the
class
ones
that supports everybody.
I don't think that there's middle class anymore.
That's why I'm saying we're going to become a have. You either have a home or you don't have a home, and that's it.
Hmm.
There's no in between.
Well, I have a home, but I don't have a home.
Yeah, we already know that. You're special.
But when you
I'm
say
like the
own a
have and
home,
have
do you
not.
mean like have a mortgage or do you
No,
own
like
a home?
own,
Own?
own.
Are,
Yeah.
who owns a home?
I'm
Everybody
living
has
off the
mostly
American
everybody has a
dream.
mortgage.
I'm
There's
living off the
criminal.
American dream. I have debt.
I mean, I own my home. I don't own the land, so I need to go buy land.
Yeah,
But I own my home.
yeah.
Doesn't that suck? You have to still pay property taxes.
Yeah.
That sucks. I
Can
remember
you
that one time somebody was like, "Hey, I just finally got my last payment on my house. I'm so excited to
tricked
get
you?
that
You
mail."
still owe, and mind you, if you don't pay that year per year, the
Bye
government will
bye.
take it.
Yeah, they will take it and
Yeah.
then they put it at an auction.
Yep,
Mm. I
That's
thought it was
that's the sad
terrible.
part. Imagine you're paying your house 30, 40 years
and you still
and
are knocking on
then
the
you get Alzheimer's. What if you get Alzheimer's and then you
and you
forget to pay
forget,
your tax thing?
and the government can kick you out. They don't care,
Yeah, they don't care. And it's like a small, I mean, technically a small bill, right? But
but you
they
forget. It
forget and
comes
then they
once a
take it.
year.
Tell me how
Yeah.
I almost forgot to pay my mortgage one time.
No, I don't want to talk about
Almost.
it.
I'm tell you, because they called me and I was like, "Wait, I paid that already." They said, "No, it didn't go through." I said, "I swear I hit the button." But what had happened was
Carolina texts you and be like, "Hey, sugar."
I
The way your bank account
oh
works.
I I know exactly where you're going with that one.
Yeah.
I got a checking, I got a savings. um, so I fell asleep while hitting the button, but I thought I hit the button because I was dreaming
How do
I hit the
you
button.
how do you
I'm
fall asleep?
tired. I'm very tired all the
Exhausted.
time. I'm always tired.
And why are you still eating? It's already been an hour and 20 minutes.
It tastes good.
I can't help it. Like sometimes I'm wondering where the weight goes. So until I figure out where that goes, I'm gonna keep eating. I mean,
Okay, so
Jessica understands me. You know what I mean? Like
Oh man.
everyone watching, don't you find that one friend that keeps eating, right? And he never stopped eating, but you think like, why are you not fat? I've tried. Trust me, I've tried.
You have a parasite.
You know, if I did have a worm, I'd feed him.
I think that's what you're doing right now.
You know,
Eat the
You are
I,
beast.
Eat the
I don't,
beast. Yeah, there you
I
go.
have, I don't even know if that's the case. But you know what? I heard that if you have a tapeworm, you can lure it out with peanut butter.
What?
I don't want to go into detail because I'm
I don't
not.
want to know.
No,
How are you
please,
gonna lure it out,
please
and which end
don't
is it coming out of?
don't ruin peanut butter for me, please. Let's move on. I don't like these stories.
No,
Ugh.
I was told that
Okay, let's move
officially.
on.
And does it have to be the crunchy kind or the regular kind?
No.
Creamy kind.
Also, stop.
Creamy
We do not want to know. Don't ruin peanut
kind.
butter for me.
So wait, have we established what it means? What it is? Is this pubes?
Oh, I don't think we did
Subjective.
establish. I don't
Cause
think I want to establish it either way.
you don't cut your pubes tomorrow. I'm gonna cut my pubes tomorrow. I don't want these on my face.
I'm gonna shave everything. I'm gonna get LASIK and not have any hair.
You would do
Ugh,
that?
yeah,
I totally would do that. Like any hair at all. Like, would you shave your eyebrows
nothing,
and your hair
everything.
and your head?
I'll become a Mona Lisa. I'll be Mona Liso.
But Mona Lisa had a lot of hair.
No, she didn't. She didn't even have eyebrows.
I
No,
swear the Mona Lisa had a lot of hair.
The Mona Lisa didn't have eyebrows.
no.
My goodness,
Really?
you didn't know that, Rome. There is no
Uh,
that they didn't have eyebrows. Can you pull it up also, please?
I'm pulling it up. Yeah.
I stay fit. That's right, Jessica. I fit in with the world.
Hey, round is a fit shape too.
Yes, it is.
Round is a
There
very
it
common
is.
shape.
Look, Mona Lisa,
But look,
right
she has
there.
a lot of hair around.
But
Maybe
No
but
eyebrows.
she
no
bleached their
eyebrows.
eyebrows. Maybe she bleached it. And how do we know this is the real Mona Lisa
Dang.
and not the one that they make us think it's real?
Yeah.
Dang. Bro. My whole life, I thought Mona Lisa was like the most beautiful painting in the world, but she never had eyebrows?
Hey, beauty can be like something different. It doesn't have to be a
Well,
norm. I mean, look at all the cholas with the big old sharp eyebrows with the
Mm,
sharpie. Like,
the Sharpie.
uh,
the smartest thing I've seen so far in this life was tattooed eyebrows. That is clever.
they
Yes, it
also
is.
do they also do tattoo lips, right?
I think, yeah, they like tattoo their lips so they don't have to
Mhm.
keep doing that.
Yeah, we naturally have a pigment, but they don't. I guess. I
Who
don't know.
men
Women?
have natural pigments?
I guess the men. I'm not sure why we have the
Yeah,
pigment.
I've always wondered why we wake up like this, like you know what I mean, and then women have to throw some makeup on.
I don't know. Let's
You got
ask
it?
Jessica. Jessica, tell us why.
Like makeup needs to hop on and answer this question here because that's her
Yeah, where is
thing.
makeup? That's her. Where's all your family also? Are they down there with you?
They're not. They're
No.
they're in Cali.
Okay.
They're driving.
Oh.
Show usually starts at 9, so
Oh yeah, that's true. Yeah, we did this specially just for Rome. Rome
for Rome.
wanted to be here on early.
Thank you guys.
We do everything for Rome.
That's it, man. You know the love is there. You hear that? You hear that, chat? The love is there. And
Yeah.
this bread is slapping though. I'm not gonna hold you. It's just bread, but I'm about to drive like no other and not have to use the bathroom like for a long time.
You
So
did
where are you
finish
heading
your
to?
hibiscus drink without any issues.
Well, it's because you gotta like, who eats a bunch of bread and don't drink water? That's suicide. Did you know that?
No?
That's suicide. There's like weird ways to unalive yourself, and doing that is one of those ways. How we go off topic already? Look, what were we talking about last time?
I don't know.
Can't
I don't
remember.
know.
Makeup. Something with makeup. Yeah, there it is. Jessica, you're on the point. Makeup, tattoos, eyebrows,
Mm-hmm. And lips.
and lips. Because of you,
Because of
Kelly
you,
Carter.
I'm lost.
I
I'm
don't.
definitely
She is.
interested.
She's hired. You know what I mean? She went
Yes.
off topic completely
Yes.
there. That is in the job description.
It is a requirement.
We should have
So
asked Jessica to fill in for Johnny Boy.
it's never too late. We can hijack her comments and then throw her on the screen.
Yeah, all she has to do is share her. Let us know. We'll send you an invite, Jessica.
What I wanted to talk about on my side today was kind of like palm reading,
Palm
Ooh,
read.
cool.
and
Let's
I think
go.
that most people don't really go into that detail. Like number one, like what kind of hands do you have? Like you know what I mean? It determines like what kind of person you are, whether if you're um like athletic or you know what I mean, you're not really
Hmm.
athletic and things like that. Like your palms will tell you because like everybody has like a line going
Okay.
somewhere.
Read my hand. There you
Yeah.
go. Look,
I can't really read it, but also you got clammy hands, which means you're not really like a sports guy.
clammy hands.
Yeah,
Okay.
clammy.
What are you
Yeah.
talking about? Also, as the epitome of
Well,
a sports guy, he's always going to the gym. He's a gym rat.
I'm talking about like basketball, like heavy like things that involve calluses and all that type of stuff. The gym doesn't give
No.
you a callus.
It
You
does
give
on the when
yourself
you
the
lift
callus.
weights.
You give yourself the callus.
This is
It's a
true.
volunteer callus right there. You know? But you can if you got to do it yourself. You got to do it yourself. So you go online
I
and you
just see
can
an
find
M.
out.
I
So it
know
each line has a certain thing. Like if
how
you
do we.
go right here, there's a line right there that cuts between my wealth line and my marriage line. It
So
means something.
so mine
Mm.
cuts too. Look at that.
Oh, yours cuts through. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
No, yours cuts through, but it stops at a certain point, which means that it has like a amount of riches connected to it.
Oh my goodness.
So
Amount.
you're designed to have a certain amount of riches naturally.
I have all my babies. That's all I want.
So if we like look it up, palm reading things and stuff like that. Once you start doing it, so this is why I want to talk about this because I did mines and it told me that I would probably be married 2 or 3 times.
Hmm.
Which
Play. I'm gonna play.
the right hand and the left hand have
They
two
don't.
different meanings.
Okay.
I
One
was
is
gonna say.
one is the life you create. What's
I
up?
was gonna say. Doesn't the scripture say, "Don't let the right hand know what the left hand's doing"?
Exactly.
Is that really in the Bible?
That
Yeah.
is in the Bible.
What?
So
Like, what
so
passage? Tell me.
Okay. Okay. Let me find it.
so check this out. Your left hand is natural, what's gonna happen,
Okay.
what's supposed to happen. The right hand is what you create. These are your
Okay.
possibilities, and this is what's supposed to happen. Now, if they both the same on both sides, like you go like this,
Mm-hmm.
and you look at it and it's completely symmetrical, that means that everything that's supposed to happen to you is going to happen the way it's supposed to. But there's always one feature that's always off. And I did this little thing where over here in this corner, right here, this is where I did it. This is the marriages right here. This is where you
Uh,
find the marriages.
Tell me what we're looking for.
Um, a strong distinctive line. If you have more than two strong distinctive lines on your left hand, you have the possibility of
Left
being
hand.
married 2 or 3 times.
I just have the one.
So you only
What do you
supposed to be
mean?
married once.
Yeah, yeah.
It's
Oh,
a
She's
strong,
Jessica
flying.
says.
distinctive line.
Jessica says she needs 2 hours to get dressed, guys. So
Well,
I
let
guess
me
we're good.
ask. You can't live in California. Your day is done already. 2 hours to
Yeah.
get dressed, 3 hours of traffic. You're already late,
Plus 8 hours of sleep.
right? That means you got to go to sleep at
On the way to
five
work.
o'clock in the
I
afternoon.
know. She's using those Teslas. She's sleeping while she's driving.
Oh.
I would too, man. I'm excited to see how that works. You know, they discontinued most of those Tesla features, right?
Yep.
But
Tell us about it.
well, it's because people kept being irrational, radical
What
about it.
what's the issue with them? Like the moment there's a Tesla accident, they're on that. Like they want to get that like accident out of there. Like clear it as soon as possible. It's like what?
I
It's
mean, we got to
crazy.
ask because Elon Musk owns a lot of things, so
I don't know. I feel like every time there's a Tesla accident, it's like filmed and
It's a
it goes
cover up.
viral.
No, it's
No, it
like a
goes
cover up.
viral.
okay. Let's see. I am going to look up this really quick because I want to stay on this topic really fast. Palm reading. My palm said I was going to be a part of a love triangle. I
Cochino.
did I did that a long time ago and I was
You
like, what
you
love
be
triangle?
nasty.
What love triangle?
It
Hey,
it's been
hey.
you, your wife, and that doll that's been chasing you around.
Okay, so palm reading explained. We might have
Hmm.
to go through the guidelines, so you'd have to just kind of pull it up and then people could just kind of read it themselves. I'm gonna put it in a chat thing really quick if someone can pull it up.
All
Okay,
right,
so
send it.
Bible verse is Matthew 6 verse 3.
Matthew.
I'll read it to you if you want it.
Yes, read it while I am sending this over.
Okay, it says, but
Wait, wait, wait,
when
wait,
you
wait. Before you
oh,
do it, you have to do it in a Sunday TV pastor's
I don't know how to do that.
voice.
Okay, I don't know how to do that though.
You can do it. I
Uh,
don't know how to do
uh,
that. You got this, Rogue.
okay, hold on. Let me try to go
Lock
back.
in.
Try to go back to when I was in Philly and
Yes,
I went
yes.
to these churches. So hold on, hold on.
Lock in. You got this. If
Let
I
me
did
just
it, it's already explained that I can do it. So
hold
it's
on.
not no surprise.
I just gotta get
Lock
into
in.
character. I just
Come
gotta
on,
get into.
Jessica. Hype
Persona.
him up.
Persona.
Hype him
Hold
up.
on.
Ah, excuse me. My bad. Hype him up. That tomato basil paste,
Okay.
water, oil, all that stuff.
Yeah,
Not so great.
Okay.
Terrible.
smell it
Now,
over here.
okay. Here it comes.
Here
Now
it
you
comes.
gotta understand that the Bible says on Matthew chapter 6 verse 3. But when you give to the needy, do not let your left hand know what your right hand is doing. You gotta do it without knowing.
That's it. My grandma's
Preach.
watching you. My grandma's watching you, man. She's like, man, I gotta watch. You gotta watch Rogue on Sunday. You gotta watch Rogue on Sunday.
Rogan Sunday.
You have to. If
Yeah.
you're not doing that, what are you doing with your
Yeah.
Sundays? You
What
know
is
what I mean?
and please send us $10 so we can send you back holy water.
Imagine that, man. Imagine that.
There's
I'm
been
gonna
so
take it
many
from my tap
pastors.
water. I'm
Yeah.
gonna take it from my tap. I'm gonna ship it out in a
Yep.
nice little bottle.
And there's so many pastors that make so much money.
Oh my gosh, that's so good. So palm reading, right? Let's take it step by step because they're gonna go off of certain things and kind of go from there. Because I
Okay.
think that This is going to be really interesting. Now they say this is gibberish and whatnot, but why is it that everybody has different palms? Can't be. It's gotta be. It's gotta mean something now. You see what I'm saying? So
Wait. Hold on. Stop right there. Left hand or right hand?
that's probably
That
left
looks
hand.
like the right hand.
Because the right hand has the marriage line, and I just have a little line right there, which is like little.
Now don't take this.
Mm,
Don't take this too strict because your life might not go. You know what I mean?
My
Give yourself
lifeline
the
is
benefit of the
short.
doubt. No, I don't know if that means you're gonna unalive soon. I'm just saying.
what's
So,
what's what's what's
let's see.
the headline? What does that mean?
so the lifeline, the heart line, the headline, and the life, and then the heart line. So which one am I looking at again? So
Oh,
I'm gonna go with the marriage one because that's the one I looked at the first time.
mhm.
I got three distinctive strikes on mine. What does that mean? You
That
see?
means you hit it and quit it.
That is so wrong to say. But I got look like low key look three distinctive lines.
I
That's
can't see.
crazy. Yeah, I see them. I see them.
They
Oh,
like
But
you could
look,
see,
I just have that one, the
right?
one line.
Like that's crazy.
can't see mine.
So
Yours
Is
is
right hand or
got
faded.
left
one
hand?
It's
right hand.
the right hand. Yours is
Yeah.
faded. You need to lock that marriage in, like lock it in. Also,
You need to stop playing around, man.
We only have 7 years in. We're only
Rest,
7 years
you
in.
better put a ring on that. Lock it
I
in.
need to upgrade that rock. That's all.
look, that's it. Jessica, how many lines do you have on your on your hand? Like, cause I feel like everybody need knowing this. Like it's not by coincidence that I'm on my third.
So, is this the good one? Is that what it means?
This has to be the good one
Or
until the
after the
end.
third one, you just give up and just say, you
But
know what?
look at this side. Look at this side. I have two.
That's crazy.
Mm.
So,
So
so does that mean you're gonna have five?
no, because each hand has a different side of
No.
meaning.
On the other hand, I only have one, like the same
See, if
thing.
because it's simultaneous. It's like it's connected the dots.
Yeah.
Mine's I have three. I don't know why. I thought I had only just two, and I was like, bet I don't got to worry about this other one because I'm good. And then all of a sudden, I look a little closer, and I have a third one. I'm like, oh no, that's not
Uh,
cool. I gotta stop.
no.
You know what I
No.
mean?
Oh
So
man.
so which one is the money line?
Oh,
Money line.
I don't see
That's
money line on
gonna
there.
be
Oh, fate line.
a
Is
fate
that
line.
from?
Yes, the one that comes right in between everything.
See that? Mine's is a branch.
Look at
Literally.
mine's like intermingle with my lifeline.
Yeah, kind of.
I
See,
Can't
I'm
focus
telling
my
you,
hand.
y'all gotta lock in on this, man. This is interesting information.
Yeah.
Your hand, like
oh,
for example, if you get fingerprinted by the police, right? They know exactly who you are.
Right.
She said,
so
"Man, just one. What you want? Three? Come on, Jessica, stop. You don't want no like 17, 18." But
mm,
that's literally what that is. So if you
huh.
read that and you read your spouses and stuff like that, like
Hmm.
the
Hold
chicks
on, I'm
that
gonna go see my wife. So I'll be back. Don't say anything. I'm gonna go see my wife. So I'll be back.
all right. Like I'm not gonna say anything. I'm gonna eat this bread. All right, Jessica, you got one line on both sides, left and right. But the clammy hands though, you can actually Google clammy hands. It will tell you a lot about yourself.
All right. Let's see. Let's see.
Cause you got a couple of things in life that you go through, right? And numerology tells you one thing, hand definition tells you another. Hand markings tell you everything because my hand markings are so clear,
Mm-hmm.
you know, and yours isn't that clear, but it's there.
Mm-mm. Yeah.
You gotta wonder why. Like everyone's like walking around with these hands, and I'm like, there's another thing too about whether if this line, like you see how this finger and
Mm-hmm.
that finger where they are, it
Yeah.
tells you a little bit about it because some people
Yes.
their fingers go straight across.
They do. It's part of your heritage, like where you come from. Like it kind of tells you kind of a little bit of your background.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Hmm. So Jessica,
Let me
you only
Google
been
it.
married one time. One time only, Jessica. That's all you get. That's all. That's what you gonna get. You are if you're out there. I'm gonna say it like this. Check this out. If you're out there and you're looking for love, we have the products for
For
you.
you, for just 9.99,
Look.
I'll send you this.
You don't have to get a dog, you can find a husband. No, it's not really sad because once you're in one relationship, you're in one relationship. That's exactly where it goes. But not everybody has it. Like me, I have 3 lines on
Hmm.
one side and 2 lines on the other. I'm screwed. I might find love 17,000 times, and then only 3 would work.
I got an update.
What's that?
She only has one line too.
Look at that. Match made in heaven.
Oh, look at that.
You know what I mean? Like when someone understands this palm reading thing and they're gonna look at me and they're gonna say, how many times you been married? I mean like one. You're
Nope.
lying because you got 3 right there. So tell me who
Or
the other
or
2.
or they're gonna see I'm not gonna date you because we know the second one's not gonna work out. So no, I'm out.
Right? Oh, I don't want to be. How many
Yeah.
times you married? Once. Yeah, I
Nope.
don't want to be that second one. I'm sorry.
Yep.
I'm gonna go. Do you see how
I'm gonna
crazy that
wait.
is?
I'm out.
Hmm.
So
Every,
sometimes you tell people and sometimes you don't.
everybody that I'm gonna counsel now, like help them with their lifestyle. I'm gonna be like, let me see your hand. Oh no, you're still on marriage number one. Talk to me when you're marriage number three,
Wait until you make it to 3, and then we'll
and then come
reschedule.
back to see me.
Right? I'm
Ooh.
Yeah.
telling you.
Look,
So
guys, let me show you guys what I just found. Hold up 1 second. Let me change my screen that I'm presenting.
stop playing with your hand definitions, man. Telling you, they mean a lot. It's crazy how it works, right?
Hmm.
Apparently, there's difference in the lengths of your fingers, and that
Yeah.
uh, tells you a little bit about your personality, like Ron was saying.
Okay. Go. What's the mine
Sorry.
looks? Mine looks like
That's,
the middle one.
mine looks like the third
The
one.
yeah. So
So
let's.
Mine.
long ring finger, shorter index finger. So if your index finger is longer than your ring finger,
Mine are par.
says that you are a leader who is a quick to take charge in any situation. You are a confident and resourceful person who shines at leading the way. You are also found
You
to
know
be
the way.
resourceful and and quite good at giving advice. You are even tempered. You're not kind. You are not the kind who will who what who will any decision that makes no sense.
Who
Who will
will
any decision on a whim?
Gotta
That makes no
Wikipedia
team?
sense.
that thing right now.
Please proofread your work before you publish it. Come on, guys.
Seriously. You're an analytical, goal oriented, and far-sighted person. People look up to you for the right answers. You're quite wary of your actions too, as they usually have a big impact on the people who are following you. Right.
Okay,
So
so
that is if your index is bigger than your ring
let
finger.
let's see, Rome. I don't remember who you are. Oh no, Rome is gonna be the third one. I'm the second one.
Your second one. So
Hmm.
same length on index and ring finger.
Hmm.
Okay. So let me scroll down.
It says the third one,
So
you eat way too much for your own good.
So if your index finger and ring finger are the same length, then you are a person who leads a balanced life. You are a caring, faithful, gentle, and well organized individual.
Oh,
You give a warm vibe who is also known to be a good listener. You gain pleasure in helping others and listening to their problems. Others feel comfortable, recognized, and appreciated in your presence. You are mostly found in peaceful energy. People are also drawn to you and mostly confide in you with their deepest secrets.
Jessica, you're not a two. No, I'm sorry. You're always trying to like.
Roger's on three lines.
All right, let's see. Ring finger longer than the index. So Rome and I are three. Let's
That's
see.
right, baby. On both
See, if
sides.
your ring finger is longer than your index finger, then you have a high level of confidence. You are a very calculated person who leads with a pragmatic and rational approach towards things. You have a strategic mind. You do not get stuck on one thing. One will seldom find you deterred by a problem or obstacle. You usually have a backup plan or an alternate solution if the first solution fails. You have a charming personality and are quite popular with the opposite sex. You have
Ooh.
a compassionate nature.
Look at those three
That
lines come together.
look at those three legs. You have found that men with ring finger longer than index finger were found to have an agreeable and approachable nature.
That's why they have three marriages.
No, I guess also only has one.
Yeah, yeah, that's true.
Hold on a second.
But don't you have two lines?
I have one line.
Okay.
You gotta look deeper, man. You're
Well,
not
kind
looking
of.
deep
I
into
got
your
two lines
soul.
right there. You can kind of see it. Hold up.
Yes, I knew it. Woo! Give me some cold cuts. Cold cuts. Cold cuts. Cold cuts. Look,
Bro, he's
I
already on the
do.
three lines.
Look, look. I know that's crazy because my first one didn't necessarily count. That was because I couldn't control myself. But that's not. That's beside the point. Anyway, I'm gonna eat more and say less. Um, when it comes down to your hands, now that you notice that, right?
Hmm.
Like I've been trying to figure out these markings because sometimes these are a little bit further away on your hand than it is on my hand. Cause like I got other cuts in between, and I don't know like is that like normal? You know what I mean? How it's like how the fingers lined up. Like what does that mean? Cause God didn't just give you hands just because you could just look at them.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying? Like I know that my hands are not good for like going outside doing all that construction stuff because I hate it. But even though it should be because it's rough,
Hmm.
I think Jessica is four. She is the handprint four. It's just evil.
it's just
Evil.
evil.
Always trying to make me get scared. So
My
she's calculated. So
but you know how much more confident do you know yourself though? That's the big question. You know what I mean? Because that's one thing on its own, right? It's like what the lady was telling me that I would have a house, a wife, and a car. I'm like,
Hmm.
no duh, right? But then
Hmm.
I'm looking at my hand and I'm like,
when your palm
she's
reading,
right.
when your palm reading, you will take a breath and you will close your eyes. You will get up after this chair. How did she know? See, there's the breath.
Wow, it's like this my wealth line on my left hand. It runs straight through all three lines, and then the wealth line on the right hand, it runs straight through all the lines, but it branches into three at the bottom.
It's because the three child supports you have to pay for now.
I wish. You know how? Do you know how pretty those kids would be? I'm thinking, look, I'm out in the street like, nah, she might cost too much. Me just move on. I look. Don't make me choose.
No.
But this There's a lot of people out there having kids, right?
Hmm.
Because even your palm
That's
tells you
me.
how many kids you might have.
How many? Tell us where. Am
It's
I
a
Where?
missing
count.
one?
Because I mean, I got five, and I'm
It's
glad I
a
don't
he-
have to
it's
pay child support because they'll live with me.
I think it's headline. I think it's headline. I'm not
Okay,
sure,
let's go
but
back to headline and see what it says.
Wait, let me see. Let me pull it up. Hold up.
Headline. Why do they say
head
kids instead of headline? It sounds like the news broadcast headlines today.
Is
if
it
my head
headline?
if that's my headline in the middle, if that's my headline in the middle, that means I got two kids and one wife at the moment.
Hold on one second. I'm gonna scroll down a little bit just to see if we can get down to the lifeline. So, the length of your marriage line.
Don't do that. Don't do it.
Okay,
My
let's go. Scroll,
mine
scroll,
goes
No,
scroll.
you
like
don't want to.
pretty much past my hand.
What? A
What?
line
What?
that curves
Wait.
gently upwards at the end
Indicates.
indicates a happy marriage. Oh,
Oh wow, mine's weird. Like, look, it goes straight, and then it has a little in groove that goes whoop.
look at
Mine's go down.
Oh,
Why am I doing this to myself? They both go downwards. Leave
mine.
me
okay,
alone.
okay. What if it goes downwards? Let's see. That's curved. That's curved
Right
down.
there.
Does it curve down, or is it
Yes,
just angled
Yeah,
down?
it angles down like it's just like you.
it's
Oh, your
Englewood.
partner will fall. It says that your partner will fall ill. If your marriage line bends down towards the heart
Oh
line, it
no!
may mean the poor health is in your partner's future,
You gotta
especially
go
if there's a
back to
fine
her.
lines extending
My
from the marriage line
gosh.
towards the heart line.
Because the
Oh,
person that I'm going to marry has terrible health as well.
don't do it! Don't do it!
I have to do it. This is part of
No,
destiny.
no,
This
it's
is
not.
destiny. I
No,
must fulfill the three, man. I have to. I must.
no.
I must. It's like
This
I
is
must.
crazy. Look at this little islands. What the heck?
I
I don't
I
have. I don't
see.
have
Dun,
I'm
islands on
about
mine.
yo. Everybody on the planet is about to be spooked out, bro. Cause look, I'm living in my own destiny. Like I have no choice.
mhm.
Just off of the reading of my hand, I was curious. I was like, why is my life like this? You know what? Let me check my palm and see if it has some
No, we're compatible.
significance.
Yeah, mine's pretty much
Oh,
straight.
is that what you have, Rome? Your
What?
love triangle? Look at that. So overlapping marriage line indicates that a love triangle.
Ooh, ooh, Hembo the doll.
Mhm.
Let me see. Oh, you talking about like right here? Is that what is that right there?
No,
Yeah, like the marriage line.
Like I got three of them and I got this one right here. It
okay.
literally is that.
Let's go back to the headline.
It doesn't go as to the headline. Let me
What?
see. Yeah, it just talks about that. See that? That's the end of the article.
Disappointed.
Me too. Let me see if there's any other references. 101 Guide to Palm Reading. Let's try that one.
Jessica, I'm not sure that's how it works. You can't just find a soulmate on off Topject. I'm just I'm not sure that's how that works right now.
I think she's saying everything matches like what scenario I'm living, not like she is my match. I
It
don't think
does
that's
it
what she meant.
really though. It does it really though.
Let's see. Personality. That's the
We need
palm
proof.
reading. There we go. Okay, let's
Like
see what this article says. Earth hands. Earth
What the
hands are
heck is?
wide and with square palms and fingers, thick and rough skin, and rooty in appearance. The length of the palm is usually equal to the length of the fingers.
What?
There's air
No.
hands.
I learn better with pictures.
Me too. Me too. Okay, there we
Fire
go.
hand.
There's the
Look.
heart, head, fate,
Hold
life.
on. Hold on.
So that's with the left hand. So left hand has the heart.
oh, there it
Then the
is.
head.
The love triangle right there. It's on the left side.
You have a love
Right
triangle.
here. I knew I saw it somewhere. That's
What's a
unfair.
fate line?
I'm not
That's
sure
new.
why I even like that. I don't like that.
I think that's what it
Um
was on the other one. It was the head for the top. Hold on, let me go back to
because
the other
my
page.
fate is weird. Like it builds a star.
No.
Look at it. Uh, look at
Oh
it's
no,
like
it's still the same. Let's see, head, heart line.
Yeah, and that's the thing though, Rogue, is like you're gonna need to get some more definition on man. You gotta go get a construction job.
I don't.
The headline shows your intellect or wisdom.
Oh, let's see it. My
Okay.
It says,
my
in
Look,
general, a curvy line denotes creativity and spontaneity, while
spontaneity.
a
Oh,
straight line favors practicality and
you know
structure.
what?
great.
You
I'm
know what I'm gonna
practical.
do? I'm
What?
gonna try to find a palm reading lady. I'm gonna
No.
pay her to be on Off Topic next week.
You'd be like, oh, I see you. You in show. But this show is no long like no normal show. This one is you talk about everything.
So if everybody is watching right now, you know someone that is interested into this, I'm gonna try to find them, right? And then I'm gonna post it on TikTok. I'm gonna see because like, hey, if they can come on here and they can look at someone's hand like that, and they could just read it like that, it's gonna be really interesting. Because number one, I'm interested now. You know what I mean? Before it was like, no, I'm good. I'm good.
Hmm, hmm.
You can keep that to yourself there. But now it's like,
But what if she asks you, it's like, oh, I see three lines. Oh, how many marriages? Two. Oh, I single. You want marry me?
I'm like, well, how much money do you got? What can
I
you
don't.
offer me?
It's like I don't make money. I read hands for a living. That's how much money I make.
Well, you know what? What size ring do you have?
Wow.
But it's really interesting though to know that, and I'm happy you guys traveled down that road because now you could tell, like, you know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
the number of the person's name along with their palm in Chinese astrology blows my mind.
Yeah.
Hmm.
I'm mind blown.
Yeah.
I
I think
was
we
gonna
need.
tell scary stories, but and then Rogue
No.
popped up.
No. No. No scary stories. You know
I
me.
was
I even came prepared with scary stories.
No. 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 I think
right,
it's
like,
time. I think it's time for me to go. My wife's calling me. I think it's date
like
night
you
tonight.
are in El Salvador, so
Uh, okay, we're done.
Yeah, I'm
Uh,
tomorrow I'm going to the Devil's Door.
Okay,
really,
Yeah.
we will see you later. I am actually gonna go and spend some time with my one and only.
How dare you?
take the palm reading guide, and if we so happen to be on in the next 20 30 minutes, when you guys go through the palm reading guide, come back and tell me what you got.
No, no, I don't want to be talking to about scary stories.
No, no, it's not about your palm reading. Like
We're doing palm readings.
you and your spouses do the palm reading guide thing together and be like, oh, that's kind of cool. I'm richer than you, or you know what I mean? Like I think
Yeah.
that's gonna be awesome. So
No,
that's my challenge right there. You know what I mean?
in this relationship, I make the money. My wife keeps it. That's how it works.
Mm,
So
that's probably why I failed most of mine is because I made the money and I never kept it.
what?
I don't spend my money. I don't know if y'all noticed that. I everything goes to bills.
Hmm.
Being an adult sucks.
Oh,
Yes.
what are you talking
I've
about?
I've tried to unadult myself and be a kid. It just doesn't work.
No, it's like I make the money. My wife stores it and she manages it, and we're happy.
You know, that's good because you work at a bank.
Hmm.
Okay, I am gonna head out because I promised my wife we were gonna have a date today since we didn't think we were gonna go this
Oh,
far.
you
So,
guys are so sweet. You know
but
what? Read your palms.
Jessica wants the scary story. So good night, you
Hey,
guys.
it's showtime. Let's hit that Oso's conspiracy corner
There you
right
go.
now.
Peace out, guys.
We'll have to wait for the also conspiracy corner for next week. This is all about Rome today.
Oh yeah, you're right. So let me tell you this story, right? Let me tell you this story, right? This one's kind of funny though. Um, he is the ex-husband to my sister, I think, at the moment. I don't know what's going on with them, but check this out. He got kidnapped by little pygmy people. Now he was in Haiti, right? And he was outside, he was playing and things like that. And then he saw these little people run up to him really, really
Mhm.
fast, and they pick him up. And he thought that they were like, hey, hey, hooray, hooray, hooray. You know what I mean? And then he was just like, right, just going for gold. And next thing you know it, they're dragging him to a place that's probably like about a mile away on foot, like a cave. Now, for whatever this story is worth, if it's true or not, it's still hilarious because he believes it, and he knows it happened to him. Happy house, happy spouse, Jessica. That's how that works. That's not how happy wife, happy life. No, that happy wife, happy life, a lot of knives. That's how that works. That's somebody got insurance. So they're taking him to this cave, and they get him inside the cave, and they throw him in a pot, cold water. Boom. They thought he thought he was taking like doing like a bath, having fun, this, that, and the third, jumping around, and they lit the fire. Oof. Right now it's getting hot, and they thought, okay, though it's getting warmer. It's a jacuzzi, right? And then all of a sudden they start dancing around them, and he's like, wait, what? Hold up. Um, I gotta go home. It's getting dark. So he tries to get out the pot and they wouldn't let him. So he hits one of them and he jumps on that person, starts running. They start chasing after him. So it's a bunch of them just chasing after him. And after they got to like a certain point, the pygmy people disappeared. They were
What?
never real, but they took him there. He got there somehow. And I was like, and this happened in Haiti, right? And he goes, yeah. So why isn't Haiti that everywhere everything bad happens over there? Like, how do you have so many caves a mile away? He said that's the thing. There was no cave.
What? Did
No one
anybody
believed.
see him like getting like taken
A
to
few
like taken out?
people saw it, but no way to explain it.
That's wow.
I was like, no way.
So did they look like
No way.
did they look like regular people?
They look like I don't want to offend the small people, but they look like small people, but they had like masks and everything like that, you know?
Gotcha.
Um but that's where that comes from. And I'm just like, if you go to another country and you see some weird stuff, that's got to be normal. Like we went to this place, right? Until also you gotta tell me a story now. 'Cause I want to be inspired. Okay? We went to this place in my mission, and we were coming down this hill, and the hill like was like flat across, and then it just dropped straight down. So in my mind, I'm thinking, this looks like a fun place to go and proselyte. I think I could do this.
Mhm.
And my companion's like, I don't trust it. I'm good. I don't want to go. I said, you have to go where I go, because if you don't go where I go and I unalive, it's your fault. He goes, yeah, how about we don't go? I said, how about we go? Because I have seniority and I want to go. We get down the hill, start talking to people, and this is one house in the center. And it's just there, right? And it has voodoo dolls in the window, things like
Ooh.
that. It had the little heads, the little
Yeah.
heads. It had
Yeah,
the
they're
heads
just
hanging.
hanging heads. Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. Like
it
the
had
shrinking
organs
heads.
inside of a jar. Yeah. I was gonna go inside the house, and he pulled me. He says, "Wait a minute. You might got seniority, but you don't got the brains right now. Do you realize where you going?" I said, "I'm about to go see if someone's there so we can teach them the gospel." I'm
Mm.
excited to do that. You know what I mean? If I can change someone that believes in the devil to believe in God, I have achieved my goals.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
know? I'm
Legit. Yeah.
good. I feel like I can go be a pastor on TV now. At this point, you know what I mean? Like I have done my job. And then he goes, "No, you didn't see the signs, like the heads, the jars, and everything. Look through the window. What do you see inside of it?" I said, "I see nothing." He said, "Exactly the point. Why do you want to go?" I said, "You're right. I probably shouldn't go in there." As we were walking away, this old lady pops out of nowhere. Boom! How can I help you guys? Like, where were you? We walked around the whole house. Where did you go? She said, "I've been here the whole time." I like, "No, you weren't. But hey,
Mhm.
we're missionaries from the Church of Jesus Christ." Like, he was like, "Elder, what did I tell you? We can't talk to her." And I'm like, "Why?" Like, she needs our help. She's been misguided. And she goes, "I mean, I could do a ritual for you guys if you want to find more people." I was like, "Oh, what is
Oh,
this, by the way?" She goes, "Have you never heard of voodoo? Like, ever? Like, voodoo?" I was like,
yeah. What'd you say?
"In a movie, yeah, but I didn't think it was real life. Not in Africa like this. Like in broad daylight. Maybe in some creepy, weird forest jungle place where the tree looks like a house. You know what I mean? But not in broad daylight. You just over here, just I don't know. You know what I mean?
Like it's normal, like it's a normal thing to do, like all this voodoo black
Yeah,
magic.
right." She's like, "I can make you a doll." I said, "I don't do dolls
Uh,
from random strangers." You know what I mean? I'm a pass though. You can have the scripture. She was like, "I'm gonna burn it. I hope you're okay with that." And I was like, "Wow, that's kind of evil, but that's between you and God." Jessica's
oh,
funny.
what did she say?
She said, "God exists, but not in my house. Would you like to see?" I'm like, "Of course I want to see." He's an elder. You have to not do this.
Did you go inside?
I wanted to, but there was nothing inside. In fact, the lady never
Oh,
lived there. By the way,
what?
she never lived there. In fact, no one lived there. She just had access to a house that opened whenever it felt like it.
That's wow.
Cause she walked in it and she ain't come back out. So yeah, that's what happened. I was thinking to myself, what a story. You know what I mean? What a story.
What if you would have gone in and you would have been trapped in?
I've heard of people actually getting trapped in that house, but I didn't think it would be like real for me. I'm protected by God. That's what I'm thinking.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, it's the same. I always feel like, I'm in the gospel. Like I'm in the right path. Like I feel like that's not gonna affect me. But like no joke. Like even being out here, like sometimes it feels eerie. Like I'm like, am I really
Yeah.
protected over here?
I look. I wonder. I wonder. I see that some places they don't necessarily show good or evil. It's just a matter of what you encounter first. That's my guess.
Do you think it'll be based on your frequency? Like if you're afraid of it and then you start lowering your frequency because you're thinking all these negative things, and that's what you're attracting.
What if I told you I was thinking positive, but I was looking to convert the negative?
I think that's still, I think that's like goodwill. Like that's still like goodness in you that you're trying to fix something that's bad. So your
Yeah.
frequency is raised because you're in a higher frequency because you're trying to do
Mm.
good. You're not trying to do bad. You're not trying to hurt them.
I see that. I see that. And then one thing I know about frequency is that you live in the frequency you actually own, and sometimes you can go above that. So this lady not existing, like that's not the first ominous moment of my entire mission. Like I've had more, you know what I mean? But like I've lived in the idea that I am protected,
Mm-hmm.
and other people live within that fear that they're not protected. And I was wondering to myself, how is it not possible? You know what I mean? Because you can't just wake up and be like, okay, I'm going to go to work today. You have to feel some type of way.
Mm-hmm.
I was doing a frequency challenge of 11,000 or 13,000 hertz.
And what
Now,
was it for?
I liked what I like to do is travel through the frequencies and
Okay.
see what I feel. Like if you pick the
Mm,
frequency right now, it's going to tell the frequency is going to attach to a certain part of your body that you're thinking about the most according to that frequency.
okay.
And my
Okay.
frequencies change every time I go in a different area. So if you go to the if you go to YouTube right now and type in frequency 726, the when you listen to it, take time, meditate, and see what it touches first. Because sometimes, like the last frequency touched my heart, and it touched my heart because I was conflicted. That confliction meant I wanted to go do something that I felt maybe was wrong according to other people, but it's not wrong at all. I wanted to go and move to a certain place that I want to
Mm,
go to. For example, I want to move to Houston, right? But at the same time, I don't know what bad things are gonna happen in Houston. I don't know if I should do it now or do it later. So that frequency helped me realize that I want to move to Houston. That's
mm.
where I want to go so that I could start building up the clubhouse, the barn dominial, the stuff that I want for my future, you know? And in the mission field, those frequencies would have been like, I want to go to the most dangerous place because that's where they all are at the same time. I'm guaranteed to convert one person.
But in your mind, you're thinking, you're in that path where you're saying, I'm protected. You know, you're giving that
That
out. You're
part.
putting it out. You know you're protected versus the other people that keep saying, I'm not protected. And then they're more susceptible to voodoo, susceptible to all these other dark entities coming to them because they believe that they're not protected, whereas you believe you are protected.
And that raised a story, right? We were living in Magna at the time, ex-wife and I, right?
Okay.
And stepdaughter. I had this dream. This dream was so vivid. It was so vivid. I was in my house at the time, and I'm walking around. It's pitch black, and I the door opens up, and I'm like, nope. You know what I mean? I'm still black, even in my dream. Nope, not going down there. Not happening. I know exactly what happens in dreams. Like I know it's a dream, but granted, like I still freak out. Like I'm not gonna wake up, you know what I mean, traumatized. So I went back over to where everyone else was sleeping, and um, stepdaughter's okay, but my wife at the time gets pulled straight through the floor. Like something grabbed her and just yanked her straight through the floor. I said, "No, you don't." I ran downstairs, not taking the wife. I gotta have kids someday. You know what I mean? There's a lot of good reasoning for this. So I'm pulling her away from this thing, and I'm like, "No, you're not doing it. You're not doing it." Now, mind you, I've never been down the basement before because I never wanted to go down the basement, but I didn't want that to happen to her. There's a reason why I'm having this dream, but I didn't want it to happen to her. And then I pulled her out of it, and then I go back upstairs with her, and my stepdaughter's gone. I'm like, not her. Come on.
Oh,
She's being dragged down the steps, and I'm like, no, nope. So I go down there, and then I free her, and she runs up the steps, and then the doors close behind her. Now it's just me and whatever is in the house. I'm
oof.
a little
Hmm.
confused, right? You do all this to get me down here. I'm not scared of you. I'm actually kind of upset that I'm putting in too much cardio while I'm sleeping, you know what I mean? I got to wake up to go to work tomorrow and like you putting too much work on my brain. So, I see this like open pot thingamajiggy, and it's like what do you call them things like in the old house? Where you put the firewood inside.
Like the fireplace
It's
or
like a fireplace, but it's like a furnace type of thing almost.
mm, like
It's
chimney?
it's kind of like it's made of metal. It's like a small metal circle
Yeah, I know what you're
ish.
talking about. It was like the old school like fireplace. But yeah, yeah. I
Yeah,
think it's a fireplace. I don't know, but I think I
could
know what you're talking about.
whatever. I think it could be a fireplace. Jessica, help us out. Go find that thing on the interweb. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? So it opens up and this thing comes out and the thing tells me soon you'll make a mistake and I'll be right there. And it goes inside the furnace thingamajiggy and it goes away. I wake up and I told my ex, I said, you need to stop arguing with the little one. I look, something wants me and it's gonna get to you to get to me. I don't want that to happen. She's like, what happened? I said, whatever is in this house pulled you through the floor
Mhm.
and pulled her down there too, just for me to go down there because it wanted me down there. It wasn't going to have anyone else with me. It wanted just me because no one else will believe the story. So now I got to be a little more careful because my frequencies they change over and
Mhm.
over again. I don't see a
Yeah.
scary house as a scary house. I see a scary house as just a regular house with old floors and I can burn it to the ground. So like I'm the guy that if I fell into fear, it's game over. A chimney. Yeah, I guess it's a chimney. It was old. It was an old chimney though. But like these frequencies, they play around a lot. You know what I mean? But
Yeah.
I'm ready for a scary story now. This is gonna be interesting. I need to collect a thought. You are in El Salvador, so this is gonna be
Yeah.
good.
Well, the scary, like I said, scary stories have to wait for next week because we're gonna scare Rogue. But I did. But what are your thoughts about? They say that when you go to sleep, like you said, you're changing frequencies. But when you go to sleep, you basically are going to another another version of you, like a different universe, like because everything is happening right now, the future, the past, the present, everything is happening right now. It just depends on what frequency you're on. That's the plane that you're at. So they said that when you go to sleep, sometimes it just feels so vivid because it's literally happening. It's just not your timeline, that you're just touching a different timeline.
I've seen the future through a dream, like exactly how all is supposed to happen. When I was a kid, I was dreaming, probably not a great dream, but I was dreaming that my sister was getting into this altercation with her husband at the time.
Okay.
And in the dream, there was a lot of blood, like a lot of blood. Like we're talking, not it probably didn't happen in real life, but maybe the blood meant that it overfilled, and now it's filling up the rooms and everywhere you go, you know. And anger was presented. You want to say that, so we say for better like a term, um, it looked like domestic violence.
Okay.
So this is what's happening in the dream. A couple months after that, my sister tells me, yeah, me and my husband got into a fist fight or something like that. I was like, so wait, it didn't happen to start or end in a certain way, did it? And she goes, yeah, how did you know? I was like, wow. Now that's scary because I could have predicted and prevented the future, but I didn't even think that it was something like that. So like I was walking through a timeline, but I don't know what timeline I was walking through. So
Mm-hmm.
now I know that I'm walking through timelines. For example, I did see myself going on a mission, right? At some point, I did see that the woman that I'm going to marry, that obviously is affected by my finger in all of the hand reading things. Like I
Mm-hmm.
saw that, and I still went through with it. Because if you don't go through with the whole thing in the first place, it's just more like a paradox.
Yeah,
So we
the
say.
paradox.
So like if you don't go through that, then something else will come to you and you have to create a new timeline and that timeline becomes unpredictable. So I think that's exactly what happens when I go to sleep. You know what I mean? And a lot of people when they go to sleep, they don't read between the lines. Like you gotta like, have you ever defined your dream after waking up, having like after having one, like a whole
Yeah,
written
I
on it?
like I used to like going into like deep into like the meanings of my dreams. Like for instance, there's a thing saying that if you dream of water, but you're if you're drowning, then it just means like you're overwhelmed, that there's just too much on your plate, right? But if you're like over the water, like you're swimming, then you're like overcoming certain obstacles. Like, you should be proud of yourself, things like that. So I used to like dissect my dreams, just because I always felt there's there's a reason why we're seeing it. It's either we are seeing the future, or like they say, we are touching different timelines. We're not able to. We're not what's the word, like, four-dimensional beings. We're three-dimensional beings. We don't know how to travel to the past and future. We're not four-dimensional. So, to me, like, my hope was that in the dream we do become a four-dimensional being. Like, we're able to tap into that inner strength, that inner thing that makes us travel, and we get to go over there.
Well, I'll tell you this. I went foreign dimensional one time. One time. I was trying to figure out what my elder companion was doing. Like he was very cryptic.
Mm,
I said, "Elder, what's going on? Like you're not lighted. Like, as an elder, you have to be bright so that the world could see you. That's how this
right.
works."
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, "Elder, you're just like dull. Like everyone in the house is light and you're just like stealing our light." Like I could tell. And he's like, "No, I'm fine. I'm fine, bro. I'm fine." And I'm like, "No, you're not. No, I already know you're not. You're just afraid to tell us what it is. If it's a sister missionary, it's okay. Just say that. You know what I mean? Don't hide it. Just say it." He goes, "No, it's not a sister missionary." I said, "Oh, okay." So I went to
Is
sleep
that a
earlier
brother
than that.
missionary?
It's elder.
It's a
No, he liked his sister missionary, but he was hiding.
oh
I was trying to
ah
figure out his schemes. I didn't really know what was going on, and I didn't want to confront him without information. I had to go play detective. You know what I mean?
mm-hmm.
If you lose your teeth in a dream, someone will die around you. I've heard that. I think we're gonna have to
Hmm.
look that up on the internet. Did you make that up, Jessica? I hope you didn't, because that sounds too good to be true. Like I haven't lost any teeth. God willing, I'm never losing any teeth in my dream. I hope not. You know what I
Ah,
mean?
yeah, I hope not too. That's a fear of mine. I've lost
Right.
hair in one of my dreams. Like, I like went up to touch my hair, and then it was like a ball of hair, like a clump of hair.
Ah, those are
Oh god,
scary.
I hate that.
So let me tell you how I became four dimensional.
Hmm.
Four dimensional traveling is connected to spiritual augmentation.
Hmm.
That sounded so good. And I told him, I said, I'm going to go to sleep a little earlier. And I had prayed that I can astral project. So fourth dimension is living in the past, present, and the future in the exact same time,
Yes.
but moving fast enough to get where you're going. But if you astral project, I told someone this because this is the scariest thing ever. If you astral project and get stuck in one place, you cannot go back to your body because it's not a dream anymore. You are living in your real lifetime, but
Mm.
through someone else's activities and radio frequencies. So he wouldn't tell me what was going on. So I astral project and I waited, sat by the bed. I know that sounds creepy, but I sat by the bed. And I saw him take the SIM card out of the phone and put a new SIM card into it. I said, I got it. Okay. So let me go see who he's talking to. So first off, I'm astral projecting, right? I think
Mm,
this is the coolest thing ever. And I'm walking around the whole place. I'm looking at the elders. They're awake. You know what I mean? They're talking. One's talking about his family and that and third. I ain't telling them that because that's too, a little too creepy, right? That's not my mission.
mm.
I walk around to the living room area, and then all of a sudden, I feel this darkness surround me, right? Because I'm astral projecting, right? So the darkness starts surrounding. It's like, okay, let me go back to where I was supposed to go. Because if you take yourself off course, you're gonna find yourself lost. So that's another option. You can't go off course. Whatever you astral projected to do, you need to do that, but you have a short amount of time to do it. It's not a lot of time. So I go back to the room and I see him talking on the phone and I shoot straight through the phone to where the frequencies and I'm over here at the sister's apartment. I'm like, wait, I'm not supposed to be here. Is this who he's talking to? And then the sister missionary goes, let me go get my other phone. I said, no, she has another phone. Let me go see what it looks like. So when I bring back the information, because he
You
knows that's
can.
his girlfriend. You know what I mean? He probably bought it for her. So I go, I see the features of the phone, what it looks like, what it's called, this, that, and the third, and I start hearing this weird noise. I said,
Mm.
look, I better go back. So I shot back through the phone, but a
What kind of
second,
noise was it?
it was like it wasn't like a boo, like that kind of noise, but it was kind of like a pitch, a loud pitch,
Like
but
a
loud
high
enough,
pitch or like a
like
lower, like
a
a.
dog whistle.
Oh, okay, okay.
And it was not friendly at all. So I had ran back to the phone that I had jumped through, and I
Hmm.
came back to the other side. And then as I got to my body, everything that was surrounding me, and I tell you, this was the scariest part. I saw spirits surrounding my body, waiting for me not to come back.
Because they can take over you.
Right. So I'm jumping back in as I'm getting back into my body. Everyone's like the whole all of them are kind of like upset and they kind of like disperse with like a silent scream that I could hear, but no one else can hear. So I wake up that morning and I go, Elder, we have to talk. I know you have another phone card that you use, SIM card, so you could just give that to me now, right? And I know that you talked to sister such and such, so you don't have to tell me. She doesn't have to tell her, but you could call her and say, I know, and you're gonna have to come clean and figure it out. He says, how do you know? I said, I know she has another phone. I know that it's gray. I know that it's a flip phone. I know that's a Motorola. I know that you guys talk to each other every night, and I know where she keeps it inside her apartment because I saw her pick it up. And he was like, wait, how do you know that? I didn't want to tell my astral projected, but I did tell him that I figured out how to do it. But the scary
Hmm.
part about it is if you do it on a daily basis, you'll find yourself lost someday. And that's why people are coming back all weird and enchanted.
Yeah, that's well. When you astral projected, um, did you feel, I don't know, any sort of like electricity going through you, or like what was the feeling that you got as you were about to like pop out?
I was free. It felt so good. It felt so good. I was like, wow, I have superpowers now. You know what I mean? Like that was
Hmm.
what I was thinking. It was just like the Insidious movies, yeah, just like that.
Yeah,
And when I see
that's
that
wow.
movie, people don't think that it's true, but it is true. It is
It,
very true.
it's it's true, and maybe we talk about that next week, because there's CIA documents all over that they talk about astral projection. They
Hmm.
talk about that they use astral projection in the military to do that. Um, the reason why I ask you how you felt is because I didn't mean to try to get into the right frequency to astral project, but I felt it. Like I just felt like this shock going through me, but that was trying to take me out of my body. But I
Mm.
knew I was gonna astral project. Like I felt me coming out, and I didn't want to because I was not prepared. and then I just had like I had my wife laying next to me. I had my other kids in the room. Like I didn't want to astral project because I didn't know what the implications were gonna be. Meaning, if they're like you had spirits around you, like waiting for you for your empty avatar to be there for them to take over. Like I was afraid of me not being able to come back because I was
Mm.
not prepared. It was just like I did not know I was gonna trigger this. It was just me just being in a just relaxing and then just kind of meditating. But then I just felt all these shocks and I felt me coming out. And I got afraid because I felt like maybe I'm about to astral project and I'm not strong enough to stop it. And it's just pushing me out.
Yeah, I think when it like astral projection itself on a word, like astro, like what an asteroid is something that floats freely.
Hmm.
You have to be that solid mass that floats freely. If you don't do that, then you'll find the jolt. That's my guess. For what it's worth, I'm not sure
Hmm.
how they do it. But when it happened to me, I wanted to do it.
Hmm.
Like I had to because he wasn't gonna tell me anything. He
So it
just
was
kept
just a
being cryptic.
liberating, like a liberating feeling because you wanted to, you were ready, you needed to do it. So it was just
Right.
liberating.
I actually just like I sat up, I stood up, and I was standing over him, and I'm like, yeah, I did it. I did it.
I
I
did it.
didn't think like because every time I would move throughout the other days, he would turn over and hide the phone. Turn over, hide the phone. Turn over, hide the phone. I'm like, you're hiding something. I don't want the phone because I've had bad uses with the phone before. Like the system missionaries got to be the most dangerous people in the mission field, right? Like that's why they put them in the temple. That's why they put them in Salt Lake City. Because if you put them in proselyting missions, the elders are like, oh, the new sister missionary, she's here, this, that, and the third. She's very pretty. And I was like not really intrigued by it at all. But then it just happened naturally because she liked it me because I didn't talk to her. So I had problems with the phones. I knew he did too, but he wouldn't show me. He was so quick with changing the SIM cards that it would happen instantaneously. And I was like, bro, you have to show me. Like I need to know if to help you.
Hmm.
Because we're
Hmm.
not teaching people, we're not doing anything, we're not helping anybody. And it's just killing me inside. It really is. So that astral projection was necessary. Only for a time. Hearing the whistles, seeing the things, that's the kind of stuff you see after some time. Because I've seen that type of similarities and stuff like that and heard those things throughout my
Hmm.
entire mission. But this is the first time I'm actually seeing them surround me. It's
That's so
like
scary.
the closer you get to something like spiritual, a
Hmm.
lot of bad things happen first. That's what people don't know.
Do you think that you get a lot of those hard things first, like as a trial, and see if you can overcome it, or if not, you're you're not strong enough to withstand like what's about to happen, like for you to reach the next spiritual level?
The best way to answer that one is like, how many frequency levels can you do from zero up to like 30,000? Like if you can do all the frequencies all at once, your body will probably just go into panic mode. So you have to go from like frequency 100, frequency 200, frequency 300, 400, 500, 600, 700, 800. And when you start getting to like 900, 1000, you're going to experience like mental changes in businesses, money, organizations, people, how they organize themselves, how they move, like
Hmm.
simple functions. When you get to like when you get to like from my experience when I got to like 13,000, my hands started to move faster than my body. So my hands were glued to the steering wheel. Didn't want to move. because now I feel like that frequency is stuck to where the hands are. So if you can take off your body and move through the frequencies, oh, you be an unstoppable person. So you can do it. The problem is you might go into shock. I developed this little sleeping technique where it controls your frequencies. If you lay down every night and you talk to each body part and say, foot, go to sleep, right? Leg,
Hmm.
go to sleep. Right leg, go to sleep. Right kneecap, go to sleep. And you can find a way to shut your body off. It's by far the easiest way to actually, one, astral project. Two, if you really wanted to get good sleep, that's how you do it. Because your physical body is controlling your spiritual body's frequency and it's interrupting the
Hmm.
planes.
Man, you need to have a lot of discipline, or you need to work on it to be able to tell your body like, hey, go to sleep. Because I mean that's why your body sends you shocks, like little shocks here and there as you're falling asleep, because it wants to know if you really are asleep. Because that's a way to do like lucid dreaming. It's like you're supposed to just lay still, let your body go to sleep, and not move even after you feel those shocks or those needs to itch or move.
That part. What do you believe in dream catchers?
Yeah,
So
I
what's
kind of
your
have
belief
to. My
system
kids are
on it?
Navajo.
Okay. The bigger the dream catcher, the stronger it is? Or is it
I believe just as long as you have a dream catcher with somebody that has made it with, good intentions, like not bad, then I feel like I don't, the size doesn't matter.
hmm
But I'm not sure if the size would matter.
so what if you get one from like the store, you know what I mean? Like is it still as effective because you don't know the story and that does knowing the story make the difference in the dream catcher?
I feel like where it comes from, it will make a difference. If it's just something that's being made just to be made, but not blessed by somebody that knows how to do the dream catchers and the purpose of the dream catchers, I feel like it's not going to be as potent. I feel like if it
So
comes blessed, then because like we have our dream catchers. I believe it came from the reservation. It's we have Navajos in our family, so it's like we know it's coming with good intentions. Same with our sage. Like we only get sage that's been blessed, not just regular, not just whatever sage you can find at a store. It's like no, we get it from someone that's from the reservation that's blessed it. I don't know. Feel better that way, knowing that it comes in with good intentions.
so how much will the dream catcher cost me being that I am not Navajo at all? Like if I wanted to go to the reservation, get one, how do I go about doing that? Because some people they either believe in it or they don't. But I personally believe in dream catchers. I had a
Mhm.
wolf dream catcher, and I believe in those things. So I'm gonna tell you why I believe in dream catchers and things and ancient things. You've seen Kung Fu Panda,
Yeah.
right? And you know in Kung Fu Panda they have the Jade Warriors,
Hmm. Hmm.
and the Jade Warriors are the material that's too strong for them to kind of be chopped up. So you need a special spiritual weapon to do it. So I had two jade rings. I put them on both marriage sides that you can think of, right? When me and my girl got into the most craziest accident, like not accident, but or argument, disagreement, right?
Hmm.
And I'll tell you the disagreement for some tea time, right? This is some tea time moment right here, right? I have a friend of mine who is a music artist. He's constantly saying, "Hey yo, Rome, hey yo, Rome, hey yo, Rome. If you do this, if you see something like this, let them know I'm looking for people to be in the music video." I said, "Cool, I got you." Simple response for the homie. I see this one chick on the internet. She's connected to a friend of mine who is spiritual, so I said she's got to be a good person. Now, I didn't think about how I was going to ask this question, but I just asked it because I figured it was okay. I
Hmm.
said, "How much do you charge?" Right? to be in a music video. My girl took it as I was trying to buy prostitution. I
Oh
said,
gosh.
wow. So I wake up in the morning and I get this text message. What are you doing? And why are you asking her for services that involve videos? I'm like, wow, here we go. So I call up somebody and say, you need to talk to her. This is not cool. I'm not dealing with this. I lost one jade ring that same day. It just disappeared. I don't know where it went. I can't find it because they say jade rings, when you wear them, they symbolize certain things when certain things happen. If you lose one, that means that it was that energy trying to escape or get away from you and you don't need it anymore. That's what it wants to do. So that's when I lost that one, so I only had the left one, the left side one. I lost the left side one when that was fixed and everything organized. I found it
Mm.
2 months later, hiding in oil, as if somebody walked over to me, walked over to this, like, you know those posts. What is a post? Like a yellow post thing to so people don't back into certain things.
Yeah, 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 yeah. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay, so I'm at my third job. Yeah, I have a lot of jobs at this time, right? I'm at my third job, and I'm finally about to get done. So I'm going to go from my third job to my first job, right? I do my second job after I do my first job, and then I do my third job on a couple of days here and there.
Okay.
And then I'm looking, I'm walking, I'm throwing garbage out, this, that, and the third, and I go, "What is that?" And I'm looking at it. It's covered in oil, black oil, and I rub it off. I'm like, ain't no way. It's like
Mm.
somebody knew I would be here, so they just put the ring down. Now I thought the problem was solved between me and my girl, but no, it wasn't. It was just a part. It was just part of the plan. And all of a sudden now she doesn't trust me or anything, and it's that and the third. I'm getting completely upset. And one day, lied to you not, that ring broke into three pieces. Like somebody cut it one, three pieces. And I Googled it. What does it mean when a jade ring breaks into three pieces?
Mm-hmm.
And what that meant was is it was overloaded with negative energy and it broke into three to symbolize that whatever you were arguing about or having disagreements on had just been resolved. So now I can't.
Okay.
I got to get. You notice I don't have the jade rings here, but if I did, I'd be absorbing a lot of negative energy because the negative energy goes into the ring itself, and that's why I said that these dream catchers, they must have similar effect.
Mm-hmm.
They can't just be intact the entire time. Dream catchers are beautiful, but they're not antiques. They're actual spiritual weapons for
Mm-hmm.
when you're sleeping.
Yeah. And that's why I think that they have to come with good intentions. I feel like that's what like charges them. Because I've seen like videos where like their dream catcher breaks, and that's just like there's no repairing it. It's just like it
Show
had too
me.
much.
Can you find
Um,
one?
let
Probably
me see.
not.
Hold on one second. Let me see if I can
If
Google it.
Oso can't find it, it's gonna be a next week thing. We're gonna see a dream catcher break. I ain't never seen that before. Because dream catchers breaking from the material that they're in. If I can get a dream catcher made of jade, that's gonna be something for you.
See.
Jessica, what's on your mind? You just been you've been quiet, you've been listening. You've been there. Who else is watching? How come we can't see who is watching? Lux, All of that kind of thing should be made with good intentions. That's why it's better to get them from people you know. I agree. I agree. I definitely know that I had a dream catcher from the grocery store
Hmm.
and it cost me like $20. It was this big one. It was a wolf and it had two baby wolves and stuff like that. And it was night and day, white wolf, black wolf type of thing. And it was a beautiful dream catcher. I probably still have it somewhere, but
Oh
I
man,
wasn't capturing any dreams.
you weren't catching dreams.
No, like they weren't. It wasn't preventing anything. It was just there. You know what I'm saying? Like it was
It's
just
just
there.
something. Exactly. That's what I mean. Like, I feel like those things are just, if you're not getting it with somebody that's giving it to you or like selling it to you with good intentions, like for the right purpose of using that, like a spiritual weapon, then if they don't do it right, then it's not gonna work. Right now I'm on YouTube, and I guess there's a Korean group named Dreamcatcher, so that's all it's giving me is like the group about the dream catchers, not actual
Man,
dream catchers. So it'll have to be for next time.
just because I've been silenced. Well, I think that we could definitely look that up, like dream catchers and stuff like that. Because one, have you ever asked someone how was your sleep and they say it was good, right? And then you say, did you dream anything? And they say, no.
Hmm.
What does it mean when you dream blank? Like, are you really sleep? Do you go to sleep? Like, what does it really mean? Like I don't know what that means. Like every time I go to sleep, I dream.
Hmm.
So what does that mean? I have
Maybe
bigger
it
goals
just
and dreams or something?
maybe it just means that you're on the right path, you're on the right frequency, at least for that day. Like you did what you were supposed to do.
Mm. Cause
Or
my this
maybe
was I'm listening.
no, sorry, go ahead.
I was gonna say this is one of my last dreams that I had. Oh, you're gonna love this. Everyone's gonna love this dream. I am in the city. I'm taking a taxi outside of the city I'm going to, and
Okay.
I get stuck in traffic. I get out, and then I'm walking in this place, and this guy is doing wheelies with a shopping cart slash bicycle. And the shopping cart slash bicycle is all part of this genuine future of balance, speed, and bigger batteries for e-bikes. That's what that is.
Okay. Okay.
And it looks really cool in this dream. So I decided to keep walking, and the guy starts talking to me. He says, "Hey, I have a question for you. If you know exactly where you're going, why do you question the steps you take?" I was like,
Mm.
"That's a good point."
Hmm. Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? Like, what? And he's like, "I know what I want to do. Why don't I go and do that instead of doing something else I don't want to do?" And I'm like, what is this dream about? And he has all
Mm.
this futuristic technology. So
Mm.
this bicycle had a built-in GPS that you can touch it. It was like Apple just created the best thing on the planet. And as he's on the bike, I'm biking, I'm walking as fast as he's biking, right? That's what's happening. And then the GPS says, "You're close to home. Would you like to go?" The GPS asked, "Would you like to go home?" And then the guy was like, "Should I?" I said, "Man, if you're home, you might want to go check on see what's happening at least."
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And he leaves, disappears like that. And I'm walking. All of a sudden, this notification thing pops up here.
Okay.
and I look up and I'm looking at the notification. So everything is augmented reality. 2030 could be the year of augmented reality completely. Where everything we have, like for example, if you have your glasses on, you'll be able to see what is around you like you're looking at your phone.
Hmm.
And I'm like, this is fantastic. I don't even know what I'm doing. So I gotta go see exactly where I'm going because I'm seeing all this like Free Guy, the movie, the TV show. And I look at this window and this window has a map on there and I'm zooming in on the map. There's a lady on the inside of the car looking at me. And there's this little boy standing next to me. And the lady goes, how bad does it look, Scotty? Right? And then I'm looking around, Scotty. Oh. And then I go, it's not that bad. I could just wipe it off, right? And then this is where it gets funny. This is hilarious. I go to wipe it off. As I'm wiping it off, she's farting inside of the car. And she's like, right? And I'm like, ain't no way. No, no. See, you try and get me caught up. I don't know if farting is against the law in this kind of world or not, but like, you not doing that. And she's, guy, we gotta go. We gotta go. Get in the car. We gotta go. And then I woke up. I dream all the time. And that's not the
I
first dream I had. I dreamed about all the PlayStations and all the Xboxes and all the game systems and all the phones and all augmented reality. I'm just here.
I can't. I don't dream all the time. Yeah, there's most nights I don't dream, but there's times where I have very vivid dreams, and then try to write it down because I forget the next day, and I don't know why. Like I feel like as soon as I wake up and I remember my dream, it's right there. But then as the day goes on, I forget.
Mm,
Let's see. Jessica says some individuals tend to remember and recall their dreams more often than others due to a combination of personality traits, sleep patterns, and even social changes, seasonal changes. My bad.
I agree. I agree. I mean, I probably was thinking a little bit about the future. You know what I mean? But it really does. It really does. It raises a question. You know what I'm saying? It raises a
Yeah.
question. Why don't we all dream? Like you should dream. So you know the you got an Apple Watch, right?
Hmm.
So in your Apple Watch, really quick. So I got the Garmin Connect watch. Does it track your sleep pattern?
Yeah, if you have it on while you sleep.
So this watch I have on right now, I usually flip it to the inside of my wrist because that's, on a nursing level, that's where the vein is the strongest.
Right, right.
And I've got this question 1,000 times. They said, "Are you from like how long did you serve?" I'm like 2 years. Where'd you go? I say, Uganda. Oh, I didn't know we had a war in Uganda. I said, oh no, I'm not a soldier. I thought you were meant
Mm,
meant like I, you know what I mean? I was
yeah.
confused. And he says, no, no, no. So you didn't go to the army? Because of the way I stand up, my shoulders look like I go to the army. The way that I wore my watch looks like I'm in the army. The way that I was talking, like, no sir, no man, blah blah blah. I am
Gotcha.
I'm army bent. But then I started thinking down the lines of what was happening is I designed my health pattern after the army's pattern, and it has happened naturally, frequency change. So as far as yesterday may go, or no, not yesterday, I mean today, because I only had like 3 hours, no, hour and a half of sleep, give or take, today.
Jeez.
I had slept for 4 hours and 10 minutes and I haven't slept yet. So the entire time I was driving, I was actually asleep. I don't know how that makes sense, but I really can't tell you how I get to certain places because I don't remember. I just know I show up. So I stop from time to time when I'm getting to that point and I actually just sleep. Like I don't try to fight it. I don't try to, things like that. And I just sleep. So this Garmin thing is quite interesting because if you put it to the test, it'll tell you. So you see how it looks, right?
Yeah.
So it has red, blue, blah, 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 this, that, and the third.
Hmm.
Each thing connects. Right, I'm on autopilot all the way. But each thing it connects. I had 1.7 hours of REM sleep. Did you know that the average person only has 15 minutes?
Jeez, I didn't know that. That's very little. That's like when you actually get your actual deep sleep and you rest.
My deep sleep, 6 minutes. So I was asleep for 2 hours and 43 minutes, light sleep, and then I went to sleep for 6 minutes in the deep sleep and went into a realm sleep automatically. Look at your watch. I'm telling you, keep it on while you sleep. Just or get an aura ring. An aura ring might work out. But this other one, this was a different day. It was a Tuesday, right? I was had a light sleep for 5 hours, a deep sleep for almost 2 hours, and realm sleep was 45 minutes. I dreamed right then and there. Like I know I did. But I could go back in time 1 year of how my sleep pattern was. So like you gotta have one of them. So I was thinking maybe a dream catcher might help out with catching all these insights and all that, but like maybe I am the dream catcher. You know what I'm saying?
Because you're dreaming all the time.
I'm always dreaming. So throughout the entire year, in December was the only time I actually slept good for a whole month.
Wow.
So I just find it interesting. Like I don't see how people can't dream. You know what I mean? Like what causes people not to dream is the biggest question. And I think that once we figure out the dream catcher thing, we can figure out that question. Because they have some
Yeah.
secrets in the Navajo secret book. I know they do. They have don't they have a thing in Navajo thing where it's called dream walkers?
Sounds like it would be something real. Let's see what I see. Dreamwalkers. Dreamwalkers can offer several different things, including a visual novel game. This is something else. This is not what it is.
How much is it?
That's a movie. It's a 2000 movie. Okay. Let's see.
For everyone rocking with us right now, I appreciate it. Rome Awareness Day every year off Topject, whatever day it is today, I'm taking over.
Yes, dreamwalkers are individuals who have the ability to enter and interact with the dreams of others, either at will or involuntary. They can travel through the dreamscapes of other people's while they are asleep.
I got one for you. I got one for you. I'm talking about it because I am. I will not disclose all of it because some of this dream freaks me out. It changed a lot for certain people. I was I was escorted into this building and given a drug. The drug made time fast forward in your mind, but not in reality. I don't know what I did in that period of time, but according to what happened in the dream, I must have gone along with the whole process. I'm in this party, and in this party, I'm surrounded by a secret society.
Okay.
I don't know what they are because I don't want to disclose it, but they said if you look at our faces, you have said yes. I looked
Oof.
down. Before I got to the dream, before I got to the building, one of the members showed their face to me. And I thought he was a weirdo. So I said, if they let you in, they must be doing some really easy stuff because you're weird and I'm not. Right? I don't think that this is a great thing for you. Let me go and help you out. So I'm at the party, head down, trying to leave. As I'm trying to leave, I see someone I know. And I'm like, this is crazy. Why is he here? He has to be here. This doesn't make any sense. A couple days later, he tells me about the same dream, but he saw me vice versa.
Whoa.
And his dream was different from mine. I saw where he went. He saw where I was. He saw me go in. I didn't see him because I was not really seeing anything. Time fast forward so fast, it was just like 1 second was 5 minutes. So 5 minutes was like an hour. It was already done. The damage was done. They just knew like I have the capability of doing a lot of things, but it was really weird because he had the same dream. I had the same dream, but two different perspectives.
Hmm.
So does that make me a dream walker? Does that make him a dream walker?
Would it mean that you guys were just in sync? Something just got you guys connected, and you guys met in the in that you know timeline.
I do believe that me and him are connected as one person. I can tell when something's going bad with him, even though we had just met. It's really weird. It's really, really weird. Like if he's upset, I'm like, this is an eerie feeling. It's like he's a twin, but we were born
Mm,
in two different time zones, timelines.
mm-hmm.
It scares me sometimes. Do you feel like that with your wife though? Now I'm not going to incriminate you because she might be watching. Just asking, can you feel a spiritual force around your family, like something might be wrong or something might be right or everything is okay?
I mean, I feel like everything is all right. But that's because I bless my home, and I asked the church to come bless the house, because sometimes we hear stuff and it's not something that we can explain, and then sometimes we get those eerie feelings like we need to lock our stuff. So that's when we ask for the blessings.
Mm.
But in our home, we have a little section where we have like a little altar with all different kinds of religions, because like we're open minded about everything. It's just like we we believe in God. There's
Mm.
there's different gods, right? But and we respect them, whatever whatever spiritual god it is that's around us. It's like we respect it, and we don't. I don't know. Not judgy about that.
That's understandable. I study like a lot of different religions in the mission field, a lot. I'm running to everyone in Africa, and they're like, "Why do we want to talk to you?" And I'm like, "Why don't you?" You know what I mean? Maybe I got the answers, maybe I don't. I'm just, why don't you? And they said, if you don't know anything about us, why what would I know anything about you? Like, what's gonna stop me from just saying no off the bat? I said, you're right. What do you believe in? I'm gonna come back tomorrow, tell you what I studied, and then I'll tell you what I know, and then we can kind of exchange notes. And you tell me what you think. I can't go to yours because I'm pretty much, this is my job. You know,
Mhm.
the badge is connected to that church. I'm not a universal missionary of the world. Like I can't do that, but I could,
Mhm.
you know what I mean?
Mhm.
Learn
Mhm.
from you as I kind of do it. So if I see someone like that and they're not interested, but I can say, hey, I know a member in your faith, he's over there. See what I'm saying? So I studied Islam. I studied a little bit of Sikh stuff. I studied some of the French denominations of Christian. I've studied the Roman Catholics, the regular Catholics, things like that. I've also studied some other things which freaks me out, right? Like there's one that believes in the Apocrypha.
They believe in the what?
Apocrypha. In the Bible, the city of Enoch.
Uh-huh.
That book is called the Apocrypha, the book of Enoch.
Mm.
They got the book of Moses, Abraham,
I have the
you
Book of
know,
Enoch.
you have it. So
Hmm.
you have a copy of the Apocrypha.
Hmm.
And they said that the Apocrypha is for what you to believe in. You have to believe in the Apocrypha for as long as you can. Like you can't just believe in the whole thing. You have to make sense of what you're reading, which makes sense. You have to make sense of what you're reading anyway,
Hmm.
right?
Yeah,
So
it's in older language. You have to make it make sense for our our generation.
facts. These guys, they were a little bit dramatic, aggressive. So we say, I get into their house and they have thoughts of the Apocrypha and they have
Okay.
it everywhere. Now, these guys didn't believe that Jesus died, they didn't even believe he existed.
Hmm.
They believed that they were a part of a elite task force of individuals that fell from heaven to make the earth a better place no matter what it would be, and they were meant to destroy everything and everyone that had opposite views of it. That's their belief system. I'm at their house, me and a companion of mine, and my companion might not remember the story. I do. I felt it, and he might remember because he felt it. I saw his face. He said, "Bro, we have to go." I said, "We just got here." He said, "I know. Do you see what I see?" I said, "I see what you see. It is not a safe situation. I see what you see." And then he said, "Then you know we have to leave. We have to find a way to leave because we're in Africa. We could be poisoned, killed, or unalived in any situation."
Right.
And I overhear one of the people in the back say, "We don't have to kill them. We just have to like tranquilize them. They just can't leave.
Mm.
They have to stay." And then I told him, "Don't drink the water because the water had something in it."
Hmm.
So while
Hmm.
we were trying to leave, everyone was trying to get us to stay. It was like this secret society of individuals wrapping around us all at once. And God just spread them out and was like, "Here, you can leave." As we were leaving, we felt the darkness on the inside, and we got out. It was a light on the outside. And it was weird because what they believed in the Apocrypha was like completely different. It was diluted and put into negative frequencies like automatically. We were designed to die in the house, I mean unalive in the house, while they were going to use us as sacrifices. That's what they were going to do. My companion's like, "How do you know this?" It's like, I don't need anyone to tell me what I already know to know this because it's not necessary. If someone wants to take you out, you have to know how, right? And we leave the house, and as we walk by the house, I lied to you not. Again, these people left. They don't live there anymore. It's like once their mission was fulfilled or they got caught red-handed, they were just gone. Every time something evil happened to me, the thing disappears.
That's so wild. That's scary though.
It can be.
Because like, how do you go back, or how do you tell people to make it make sense if they didn't see it? Then they just don't believe you. Because like, what are you talking about? That house is empty. It's like nobody lives there or whatever.
That. And I've learned this. This is one thing I've learned. For everyone that watches scary movies, stop watching it to get scared. Start watching it to understand. I've had dreams where the devil
Hmm.
came to me and he talked to me and he said, "The second you slip up, I'm stepping right in and I'm waiting." And I'm like, "Keep waiting, buddy." You know what I mean? You got a long way to go. If I make a mistake or something like that, it must have been on purpose. It wasn't to get you, wasn't get your attention, but you know what I mean? Nothing's gonna happen.
Hmm.
Because what happens when you make a mistake that you feel like you regret? You feel fear, despair, you feel guilt, you feel
Hmm.
angry, you feel sad, you feel all these things. And that's just a way of saying, "Hey, I got control over you because you opened the door just a little bit." And
Yeah,
that's what happened. Hmm.
and then you keep playing it over and over in your head, and you keep getting putting in those feelings, even if you're supposed to be having a good day, but you're like stuck in your head. Your frequency is
Yeah.
lowering.
Oh man. I'm gonna make some mistakes though. I ain't gonna hold you. I know I am. It's like it's inevitable. Like I desire certain things that probably I shouldn't. Like $1 million and how to get it. I don't know. But if I desire $1 million and that $1 million comes from a false place, then is that false place really bad? Like if I gamble, because gambling is considered a bad thing. What
Hmm.
if I
Hmm.
went to Las Vegas and I put 500 on a card for one hand of blackjack and I hit 10,000? Is it
That's a
bad
blessing.
or is it good?
Yeah,
Right?
yeah.
So
It's like
like
you wouldn't have won it, right? If it wasn't meant for you, you wouldn't have won it.
that that part. So I think that a lot of people misjudge these horror movies and they look at these things as bad and all that when I look at them as learning experiences. Like number one, we get the deception of spirits can possess you, false reality. They're not allowed to unless you
Unless
let
you
them.
allow them. Exactly.
Yeah. So everybody's like, I never allowed them. Well, what happened when you got stupid drunk and you were like, you could do this? Like now, you don't remember that. Evil spirits will take what they can get, and if they can get 2 inches, they'll get a mile out of you.
Hmm.
You know, and that's
Yeah.
and that's also comes back to the same question: why don't people dream? You know what I'm
Like,
saying? Like you have to.
what if in those instances where you're not dreaming, it's because your body's like, nah, there's too many spirits surrounding you. Like, we can't leave
Oh,
this spot. We need to stay here. Like, we can't leave this spot.
so a dream is not astral projection, but it's an adventure into a voyage, like a plane of some sort, like
Like some type of
creation.
portal. Like, you
Yeah,
you leave, but then you when you did your astral projection, you can only do it for a certain amount of time, and then that's when things are like, hey, you're going off the path, and that's where the spirits are surrounding you, because like, hey, maybe this guy is not coming back. The spirit's not coming back into its vessel. We'll have this empty avatar, like first come, first serve.
that could be true. If that's the truth, then I've been venturing way too far. Maybe I surrounded the world that I go into because if you read my sleep log, I'm getting realm sleep every day. Maybe dreams are just different lives we're living. I don't know if that's the case. I am the biggest inventor in the world. I can make Xbox and PlayStations for the next 50 years. And let me tell you how. I was in the mall again, augmented reality type stuff, and I'm
Hmm.
walking through the mall, and you know those Nintendo 64s and Game Boys and all those things, like even the PS5. I saw it. I saw it before it was invented. And somebody was like, "Oh, a PS5 is super dope." I said, "I already seen it. It's alright. It's not that bad. It's not. It's alright." You know what I mean? Wait till like number 7 or 8 come out. Then you gonna be awed. Like I feel like everybody's just buying the new ones, like the iPhones. And
Hmm.
I saw PlayStation 38,
Jeez.
PlayStation 42, Xbox. There's an Xbox in the future. Now I sure hope that this is gonna happen because I want that one. This Xbox was like, man, I wish I had a demonstration of it. You know the Rubik's Cube?
Hmm.
The Xbox was the size of a Rubik's Cube. Like you plug the Xbox in on one side and you plug it in somewhere else. Then you had a little port for the controller, this, that, and the third, where it's like Bluetooth. It was that small. And they were selling it at the time for like $5,000.
Sounds about right. I mean, they created the quantum computer. Nvidia's coming out with a small quantum computer this size. So right now, the quantum
Really?
computer, I believe, is like 10 football fields big to house the quantum computer and what it's doing. Nvidia said this device, literally like in the palm of your hands, this has a thousand a
Oh my
thousand
goodness.
quantum computers in it, and it's this small. So the Xbox being a
Yes.
Rubik's cube size, that's yeah, that's
Yes.
very plausible now that they're
If
doing it.
if we're going into the future, let me ask you this also, and I want to answer Luck's question as well with the question. If we're going into the future where the dollar bill may become a cryptocurrency, are we using our money the right way today?
No, I feel everything is going into this dystopia where our currency is not gonna have or hold any value. I feel we're all going into the digital age. Grand Theft Auto 6 is gonna be a huge push on this because a lot of celebrities or and influencers, they're they're putting in a lot of millions to make an in-game currency that's gonna be pretty much a cryptos. And when you're doing things in
Like
the
GTA
game,
6?
so GTA 6, yeah, that's what I'm talking about. So GTA 6, so let's say that you buy a property in GTA 6, that's actually a real property in the real world.
Oh, there's one. It's called some. Let me see if I can find it in my phone. There's one that I saw. It's like you can buy property on the game. It's like Upland or something like that. You know what I'm talking about?
I haven't heard of that.
So I'm about to put everybody up on game because I think that maybe this is something that I should be doing now. Like I should probably do it. Okay, so it's called Atlas, Atlas Earth. You can buy virtual land and actually turn that virtual
Oh,
land into currency. Now, I haven't done it
yeah.
because I didn't think about it, but now that it's like GTA 6, like now that you say that and what Lux asking that question, it just makes sense. I think you should be buying virtual currency. So putting
Mhm.
$5 into the game to buy like right now where I'm at right now, I could buy this spot. This is a very good spot. So maybe in about 5 years from now, when they start data mining this spot, I'll get money from it because I own it virtually.
Virtually, exactly. And right now, they say it's not a good thing to have physical money because physical money is just depreciating because of inflation. Your money is not making money. They say that you should be buying gold. Gold is going up in price. You
Gold
should
never
be
goes down in price.
exactly. You need to have something tangible if you're gonna have any kind of currency, unless you're doing crypto. But the thing about crypto is like, which one do you go with? Which one will be the The
So look at that. You see at the that the box right here.
hmm
That's people buying virtual land right now.
dude, I've seen that. I've seen people. What was it? I think it was somebody bought a house next to Snoop Dogg's digital house, and then it cost like a few millions. But this is digital. Like they're buying the digital property.
I'm about to do it right now. I ain't gonna hold you. I'm about to lock in right now. Right now. I don't even know. I'm gonna use my I'm gonna see what it looks like. Just show you, cause like just to show you exactly what you might be going into. So of course you gotta log in. I would prefer using a Gmail account personally because it's like easy to like log in on.
Mm-hmm.
But I might want to use like create a business email so you're not getting overloaded and you know this is all about money. So that's the first thing that pops up, right? That's the
Mm-hmm.
first
Okay.
thing that pops up. I'm gonna hit that. So this is the spokesman to this diet. Like you've seen this guy on the internet everywhere, bro.
Mm,
You had
yeah. Look
to.
at.
So great marketing can bring anything about, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I've been thinking about what to put my money into that makes sense for the future.
Mm-hmm.
And on this app, if you put $5 a week into it or $2 a day and you buy something and like buy land in there, because you might be at home right now, right? Like you're on vacation. Over there in that vacation spot, you could buy that spot virtually. Then when you go to the store around the area, buy that spot. Every time you stop, you're buying something.
Yeah.
And
Well,
now,
everybody else in the physical world, they don't even know that you're doing this, and then once we get there, then you'll have all this land.
so this is what this looks like.
Oh.
So I want to buy something that's I'm standing on. So you see that patch of grass?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Somebody bought that patch of grass. So I can't buy that patch of grass. I have to buy the one next to it.
Mm-hmm.
So now I bought the land,
Hey.
right? And then now that land is going to collect that's a rare property actually, which is dope. So now you see at the top right, the top of the box where it looks like that number's going up,
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
I'm collecting virtual currency right now.
That is awesome.
So it's like all I gotta do is go walking again. And if you look it up, they actually have this currency that's tradable on all platforms too. The Atlas coin is I think is what it's called.
I never heard of Atlas. I mean, I'm not super into crypto. I was for a bit. Let's see, Atlas coin.
Yeah, try that. Atlas coin converted into the dollar. I hope y'all doing this right now, man, because this is about to get interesting.
And what's the app you're using? It's called Upland.
Atlas, Atlas land or something like that. Let me look at it. It is called Atlas Earth.
Atlas Earth. Yeah, I see that one.
So and these are the things that I've been really interested into as a Rome Awareness Day. Um, and it's officially well, not it's over for me on my side of the planet, but it's still going for you guys. So I could do this all night, but we probably shouldn't. But I think that getting into the whole palm reading thing, understanding what it is really important. Palm reading, understanding your palm It's like having fingerprints in the database when you do a crime in the actual state that you live in. Now you know exactly what you're capable of because you're not doing stuff outside of your capabilities. You know what I mean? I
Mm-hmm.
got friends that are swimming upstream and they're saying, what am I supposed to do? I don't know what my life's supposed to be like. I don't know what I'm supposed to do in my life. I like I'm good at this, I'm good at that, and I'm good at this. Like your palms, your hands, numbers, let that guide you until you feel comfortable. You feel me? Like you gotta feel comfortable first, and then you can be like, okay, I've done the banking thing. Now I want to go be a rapper. Like if that's what you want to do, then go do it. But like you need to learn it first. You feel me? So I'm done also for the night.
All right, I
It's
think that's
it's
gonna be
been
our wrap. Then I think it's been a good one, and yeah, we'll have to get another one of these shows where it's room awareness room awareness time for next
yes
month,
sir.
because this for this month. It's the end of this
Yes
month,
sir.
so we have to plan another one for next month.
Next month I want to focus on something a little more, I guess you can say serious, right? like like career building. Like a lot of people have careers, but
Hmm.
like honestly, location is important. If you live in Utah and you're in real estate, you got a really good position.
Hmm.
But you might want to move to Houston. You might want to move to Texas.
Yep.
Get a license in Texas, you know? So y'all
Yep.
tell me what I should study. I'll leave that to everybody and I'm gonna study it and become
I
the
like that.
master of it.
I like that. I think we need to chat, and all of our viewers should kind of throw that into our off Topject email. The link is right below. Just let us know.
Mhm. You
All
guys
right,
have
I
a
think that's
good
gonna be
one.
a wrap for today. I thank y'all for watching us. Rome, this is great. I have to do it again next month.
I'm
And
gonna get
again,
some more food, by the way.
yeah,
That's
you're
what I'm
gonna
gonna
go
do.
back to work right now, right?
That yeah, I am. I got like 5 more hours. I'm gonna drive and then I'm gonna stop. This is
All
like
right then.
my business into my second job.
Whew. Hardworking man, hardworking man.
All
Well,
right.
all right, everyone. Well, thank you all for joining, and we'll see you again next time.
Yes, sir.